I welcome everybody today. Understand that what's important today is understanding how to grow yourself, because I understand when I'm growing myself every single day, I'm understanding that no matter what I do, I have a business card over here. I understand that since I have a business card over here, I'm ready for work, I'm ready to understand every single day. I say happy Easter to everybody, because I understand that what's important daily is understanding how to grow yourself once again. I understand that every single day I'm showing up to grow. I'm showing up to be the best. I'm showing up to understand that I want to be the best all the time. I understand that since I want to be the best, I understand I am the best. I mean, just say it all the time. I'm the best of all. I mean, you understand? Because if you understand how to talk to yourself, and you understand how to communicate music, and you understand how to communicate whatever you want into the planet, I promise you can achieve it. I promise you must understand that communicational skills is the best way to understand how to grow yourself. I promise you now, every single day, I understand that when I wake up every single day, I'm very, very much more in excitement to be in front of people, regardless of what time it is. So I get to be in front of people today. I understand that's amazing, isn't it? I approach now, when I go and really boost my legacy every single day, I'm understanding that no matter what I have to do daily is I have to be in front of people, I have to be talking, I have to be leading, I have to be doing something inspirational. Regardless, I'm doing something on YouTube today, is all I'm doing. I approach now, if you understand that no matter what, that this is something much more than just YouTube. I approach that this is just for a lifetime of my legacy over here. I'm never doing it for YouTube, I'm doing it for my legacy. I'm doing it so that I can help grow you and your family and for generations to come. I mean, make sure you understand that what's important today in your heart must be something of Jesus Christ. I mean, make sure you understand that no matter what I do today is I'm always focusing on a better way. So when I focus on a better way, I'm looking to communicate with people in a different way where I'm never direct with them other than just making sure I'm indirect with them, but also direct with them in a way that I'm focusing on my word I promise you it's very important to understand that on the way here, I've been talking a lot of music. I've been playing some music around town, but what's amazing is I gave a few business cards around because people just love my music around. I understand so what's amazing about life is when you can be a music producer, and then you can be an actor, and then you can be a singer, and then you can also be a life coach, and then or else you can also be a comedian, or else you can be whatever you want to be. But what's important every single day is understanding how to grow yourself and other people, because when you understand how to grow yourself, then you understand that no matter what you want to do daily is pick up your communicational skills around what you're doing. So I was playing my music, and then what happens is I understand as a music producer, I have to really judge and analyze my music. I mean, isn't that the best thing in the world? Where I can judge and analyze exactly what I want you to wear in a way that you're going to look even better. I promise you there's something better that you can wear today other than what you're wearing. I promise you. I promise you there's something better that you can wear. I promise you there's something better that you can do today than walking through this tunnel. I promise you there's something better that you can do. I promise you there's something better that I can do than standing around here talking. I promise you. I promise you I can be making live events around the world somewhere. I mean, understand, but I have to start somewhere. I understand that what's amazing every single day is there always, I promise you, there's always something better to do than what you're doing. I promise you. I promise you, you just have to figure that out. I promise you have to communicate that every single day. So when I'm communicating all day long with myself, I understand that right now I'm talking in a indirectional manner. So I'm never talking directly at people, I'm talking indirectly. I'm just talking overall in terms of just everybody gets the picture of what I am. I promise you now, when I'm talking at you, then I understand I'm speaking at you in a way that you understand I'm speaking at you. I realize when I make it obvious that I'm speaking at you, then guess what? I promise you, then you understand that it's direct. I mean, when I say it's direct, then you understand I'm really talking to you. I mean, if you're in a crowd of 1,000 people and then you speak to one person and you understand that you're saying that to that person, I promise you, that's direct, isn't it? But if you're saying it to that person and everybody else in just an indirect manner, promise you, that's what I mean. Promise you, that's what I'm doing now. I mean, everybody here can hear me indirectly. I mean, in a sense, I'm just speaking overall. I'm never speaking at them, I'm speaking just in regards. I mean, in a sense, so everybody can just hear me. But what's amazing is when people come to see you and everybody gives you $100 at the door, and 50,000 people come in at the door and give you all $100 to see you. I mean, that's $500,000 a day. I mean, in a sense, so what's amazing is understand that government, I the government will tax you, and they tax you 60% of that money. I mean, in a sense, so either way, you give the money, but then you make what? I mean, you make another 200 grand, either way. Of now, you must understand that no matter what, give of your heart. So what I'm really doing every single day is I'm analyzing my music much more often now, and I'm also analyzing how I speak in front of people and what I'm doing on a daily basis. I'm understanding what I'm doing on a daily basis because here in Brisbane City, I understand there is 2.9 million people in Australia in Brisbane City. Understand, I come here to do some nice, beautiful busking performances, and it's just a platform for you. I promise you, if you understand how to do some busking performances, I promise you, this tunnel made Danny Milivojevic. I promise you, this is where I made my nice, beautiful legacy come true. I mean, and this is the tunnel in Brisbane City over here. So I understand that no matter what, I make it all happen. So I'm focusing on people every single day. I want people to understand every single day on how to grow themselves. So when I'm growing myself all the time, I'm looking for ways to speak indirectly to the person. So I want to be understanding that when I'm talking to people all day long, I'm always understanding how to study people. I'm looking to study you every single day. I'm understanding that no matter what, that when I'm studying something about life, I'm looking at my nice, beautiful, in terms of my nice and beautiful music production. I'm making sure every single day I'm looking people in the eyes, but then I'm understanding what's going on around me at all times so that I can focus upon better communicational skills in all areas of life. So as a music producer, I get to go and analyze every single segment of my music to make sure it sounds good. I mean, understand? And that's what a music producer does. But then it first starts off with what? I mean, when you're a music producer, I mean, the first thing you make is the melody. I mean, the melody. I mean, you never make techno tracks. I mean, you make melody tracks. I promise you, melody tracks is much better than a kick. I mean, anything that's a percussional track is techno. But if you understand trance music, it's more nice and beautiful remedies of melodies coming. I mean, what was that? I mean, that's trance, baby. I mean, you understand? But when you hear do 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 do, I mean, that's all techno. I mean, so make sure you understand every single day that what's important is when you're making a track or when you're making your dreams come true every single day, you're looking to actually look at people's eyes and you're making sure that you're connecting with people on a regular basis, but you're understanding to talk over them in a way that you understand what's happening every single day. So be fast to understand how to really look at people in a way that you are overcoming the obstacles of your life. So when you can overcome your obstacles every single day, and then you can understand that no matter what's going to go on, or else, I mean, you never understand anything other than the word I, but just understand that if you never know something that's going to go on in your life, I realize it must be your word I. I mean, understand that no matter what, that you must understand that you have to create some electricity around you. So when you understand that you're making a beautiful event around you, I mean, be able to look people in the eyes and then be able to understand that no matter what's going to happen, is that you're going to understand how to connect with people in the I factor. I mean, when you understand that you look at people, but then look away whenever you want. I mean, that's how simple it is. But what's important is the ability to just stand here in front of people so that they can see you. But if they look at you, I mean, you can look at them, or you can just completely look at the camera without even looking at them. I promise you, it's simple, isn't it? I promise you, although many people can never even do this. I mean, why? I understand, although that everybody can do this. I promise you, I understand that no matter what, I'm still learning how to do this myself. I promise you, although that many people know how to do this. I promise you, I never know how to do this. I just know how to do I, in terms of the word I promise you now, every single day I understand that what's happening in my life now is I'm looking to analyze much more about everything and what's going on around the world, but I want to make sure that my life is much more successful. So I understand today I learned something brilliant. I understand before I came here, I understand I agree with everything that's happening. I agree that your sister is going with another man. I agree that you never chose me as your husband. I agree that you are never in my life. I agree that you guys are watching me. I agree that your father chose your mother. I agree that you do have Jesus Christ. I agree. I agree that everybody here deserves Jesus Christ. I agree that you guys are walking together. I agree that you want my business card. I agree that you never want my business card. I agree that you never want to follow me. I agree with that. I agree with the evil sides of the planet. I agree with the good sides of the planet. I agree with everything. I mean, understand, because what's amazing about agreeing with everything is understand that Jesus Christ and God agrees with whatever you are today. So if you want to have a relationship with another individual, then what you need to do is you need to adjust to their tempo. So if they're a drug addict, I mean, you have to accept that. I mean, you have to accept the drug addict to be with them. I mean, in a sense, so what you do is you have to agree with drug addicts all the time, and you have to agree with everything in life. So if somebody chooses somebody else and cheats on you for somebody else, then just agree with that. I say, I agree with her, I deserve that. I mean, that's how simple it is, because then you take responsibility and then you'll find something better. I mean, do you understand? So whatever you are today is what you must agree with. I mean, you must agree with this moment. I mean, you must agree with the people you're with. I mean, you must agree with the car and the financing you have right now. I mean, you must agree with the clothes you're wearing. I mean, you must agree with all of life itself, because what's amazing every single day is understanding that no matter what you want to do today, you must understand how to agree with everything, because that's how Jesus Christ always agrees with everything that's going on, because God says the world is good. I mean, that means that God agrees with the world. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that as soon as you never agree with people, unfortunately, they never agree with you. Unfortunately, if people never agree with you, then you never ever have customers and you never have business. Unfortunately, if you call the customer wrong, then it means that you never have a customer anymore. I mean, make sure you understand that you must call people right. I mean, they're right about it. I mean, I thank you, sir. I agree with you. I mean, you guys are right about that. I mean, you're very right with what you're wearing. I mean, but I'm never right. I'm never wrong. I mean, but what's amazing is every single day that you understand to just agree with what people are wearing and how people are living their life. Because everybody's living differently every single day. So what you need to do every single day is understand that when you agree with everything that's going on in your life right now, then you're going to become much more present and much less resentful and much less hateful in life. So every single day we're looking to understand how to grow ourselves and how to really understand the present moment in the nice and beautiful field of vibration that we're living right now. So understanding how to talk to people all day long and understanding my business card is right here in terms of my business card is right here to understand that I just grow myself with my business card. I mean, every single day, that when I'm giving something at least, I'm understanding that no matter what I do daily, I understand it's very important to understand that if you have a public speaker around you somewhere, I mean, go and understand what they're doing. I mean, go and be curious about everybody in life. Understand when you can go and really find yourself much more curious about life itself, and then you can understand how to really find tactics and strategies about what you want to do in life. So I understand that, for example, when I agree with everything, I understand that I agree with everything. So what I do is understand that I can go and move on because I forgive like that. I forgive through making sure that I agree with you. I mean, if you never want me, I agree with that. Unfortunately, now, if you want somebody else, I agree with that. I mean, if you want to kill yourself, I agree with that. I agree if you want to kill yourself. I am from TikTok. I understand my business card though. Thank you. Thank you. I understand that what's amazing although is understand that, for example, with TikTok, I realize I do have TikTok, but I understand either way I never use it. I make sure you understand every single day that what's important is go and understand every single day that you put your eye intent in the word of what you want. So understand every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what, that with myself I use YouTube and Instagram only. I mean, you must understand, every single day I use some Facebook around and I use some SoundCloud and also Spotify. I understand you guys can find me on Spotify and SoundCloud. I understand either way, I mean, every single day that what's important is go and focus on understanding why people do use TikTok. I mean, TikTok is a program where you can go and put 1-minute videos of your talents and skills. I mean, what's a talent and skill? I mean, this right here, in terms of public speaking, is a talent and skill. So if you understand how to cultivate a skill, then you can do it on TikTok. I promise you that's all it is. I promise you, although you can cultivate that skill on YouTube. I mean, it's the same thing. Or you can do it on Facebook. I mean, you can do it on all social media. But guess what? I mean, go do it in a Mega Drive right now. Because the Mega Drive is an online storage where you can go and post all your skills. I promise you, it's that simple. I mean, any type of file that you want to post online, I mean, you can do it on Mega Drive. I promise you now, every single day, understand that what's important is understand that when you affiliate yourself with a program, such as Mega Drive, or such as Mega Drive, or any type of nice and beautiful affiliate program, I mean, you can make some money on the side. So make sure you understand that you sponsor other people to be sponsoring yourself. So when I promote Mega Drive and somebody signs up with that link, I promise you I get some money for that. I understand, although that's what it is. So you have to sponsor other people in order for them to sponsor you. So if you support Apple, then you get an Apple referral link, and then you go into the world and you just promote Apple all day long. And you may have 100 customers who click that link, and then you make $100 or $1,000 or $1 million. I mean, it just depends on what you're selling. But what's amazing is understanding every single day that when you're making money, I mean, you have to make the communicational skills first. I mean, it's more about communicational skills than it is the money. I promise you. I'm doing this for free. I mean, millions of dollars are right here. I mean, I have millions of dollars right here. I mean, this is the whole show. I mean, you guys have to understand that when I'm giving a live performance, I mean, it's something at least. So I'm always focusing on understanding that no matter what, that I want to have a nice and beautiful attitude every single day in front of people, but I want to be able to go into Brisbane and come here at night time, because I understand it's 6 o'clock around town. I understand every single day that when you understand, for example, the time here is always the moment. I mean, so make sure you understand that during the night, understand that what's important is understand that you always never have to reply to negativity. I mean, never reply to negativity, because some people just never love you. I understand that what's amazing every single day is understanding that you have to talk, or else you have to go and do something all day long. But understand that if you come to somebody every single day and you say, fucking shut up, I mean, guess what? I mean, just stay away from saying that altogether. Because it never looks good on you when you tell somebody to fucking shut up. I mean, that never looks good on you. I understand, I never tell you to fucking shut up, I tell you to speak up. Understand that's the difference between a successful individual and somebody who's very unsuccessful. I promise you, somebody who's very unsuccessful will say, fucking shut up. I mean, they'll say to fucking shut up. I mean, do you understand? I say, speak up, please. I need you to speak up. I need you to go on the microphone, please. I need you to speak up. I promise you, that's what a leader is. I promise you, somebody who's a leader leads you in ways that you can go and speak up with the world. Because I never want anybody to fucking shut up. I understand some guy wants me to fucking shut up. I understand that's funny, isn't it? I approach now every single day that when I go and focus on understanding that sometimes I can give you a light show. I understand every single day. I go and focus on doing something different, and then I'm making sure every single day I'm focusing on a different life. I'm making sure that no matter what, that I want a better life for myself. But what's important is I never ever listen to the critics. I never listen to anybody of this world other than Jesus Christ the most. But I understand every single day that if I may fail, then it's because of pleasure in terms of my word I. I mean, nothing else can really make me fail other than my word I. I mean, in a sense, but only my word I makes me succeed. I mean, in a sense, so if you choose to fail, then it's because you chose it. I mean, if you call yourself a failure, I promise you it's because you chose that for yourself. So what's amazing every single day is call yourself so successful so that you can never be a failure. I promise you that's it. I promise you now, I just show up every single day in front of people so I can talk every single day, and I can talk to you and I can talk to everybody, because I understand that's very important to me, because every single day I'm focusing on a kind regard with myself, but I agree with everything because I understand that what's important is my word I. Understand every single day I'm looking to understand that no matter what, that when something you see that may offend you in a way that may make you jealous, because you may see something that makes you jealous, I mean, just say, I agree with that. I agree with that person. I agree that he has a beautiful girlfriend. I agree that he has a better girlfriend than me. I agree with that. Now you must agree, but otherwise then you fall jealous. I mean, every single day you must understand that when I see something that may tug at me in a way that I may become jealous, I say, I agree with that right away. I agree with that. I mean, understand, because then I understand I'm loving that individual and I'm admiring that, and then I just move on very quickly. And that's why today is the I agree section. I understand when I agree every single day with what I made, then I understand to analyze it really and to speak over it in a way that I want it completely to be the best. I mean, if I see one little flaw in my communication, I want to better it. I want to better my skills. I want to better my attitude. I want to better my planning. So what I do all day long is I go and plan my life ahead of the game. So when I'm sitting down somewhere, or when I'm doing anything to sit down or let's say lay around or speak in front of people, I'm looking to plan ahead. I'm looking to speak over everybody in a way that I can go and be indirect and that I can just go and plan my life. I promise you, that's why I'm here. I need to plan my life ahead. I'm making sure that I can go and do something differently every single day, because that's what I believe in. I believe in my word I. I promise you, every single day I understand that. So what I do daily is I'm looking to analyze everything that's going on around me, because when I understand that you want to go and be the captain of your own ship, then you have to learn how to communicate that ship of yours. I mean, in a sense, so everybody's in a pirate ship. I realize everybody's in a Titanic right now. But what we need to understand is we're steering the ship. I mean, how do we steer our boat and our ship and our pirate ship? I mean, what we do is we speak. I realize the better we speak, the better our ship is progressing in life. So every single day I understand that nothing can bring me down in life, because I can always lift myself up with my communicational skills. I promise you, it's very important. I promise you, when you can go and lift yourself up with your communicational skills, I promise you, you are then unstoppable. I promise you, nobody can delift you and nobody can unmotivate you. But what's amazing about the banks today is understanding that if you can make a profit today with the banks, then you have to understand that every time they'll give you the money that you need. I promise you, they'll always give you the money that you need as long as you can make a profit. So what happens is maybe you need 100 grand from the bank to make 12,000 in profits. So you borrow 100,000 from the bank to make 112,000, for example. I promise you, of course, the bank is going to tax you 12,000 in terms of the 60% of the 12,000 is going to be the bank's money. So how much is that? I mean, 6,000. I mean, $4,000 is going to be your money. I mean, do you guys understand? So that's just an estimate. So you borrow 100,000 from the bank to make 4,000 in profit. But then let's go to the bank and ask them to give us that money so we can make $4,000 right away in 1 hour. I mean, 1 hour profit. I mean, is it worth it to go to the bank to get $100,000 to make them $6,000 so that you can make $4,000? I mean, of course it is. So make sure you understand that you make it in 1 hour. I mean, you make $4,000 per 1 hour to just make one event with $100,000 and you gain $4,000 in one day. I mean, isn't that simple? I mean, it's so simple, isn't it? But you have to borrow the money. I mean, you have to understand where that profit is coming from. So when you understand that profit is coming from somewhere in terms of a resource of your nature where you can go and put the words together in the information, then what you can do daily is understanding every single day to go to the bank and say, what do I need to do to get $100,000 from you guys right now? I mean, why? I mean, they're going to say, why? I understand I can return you guys $6,000 on that profit of $100,000. And then I can also keep the rest of the money. I mean, and guess what? I mean, either way, I realize the rest of the money is something that you never have to expose because that's your money, but they're going to see anyway. I mean, guess what? I mean, just tell them the full amount. I mean, I realize they may say, how much are you going to make from the event? I mean, just say $112,000. But I need $100,000 from you guys to be able to make $112,000 from the event. I mean, how are you going to make the event? I mean, I need your $100,000 to put into the event, and I'm going to promote it these kind of ways. I'm pretty sure these people are coming to the event as well, but this is how much I'm charging at the door, and I understand that it's going to be a sellout. I understand that when I go and get your money and I put it into the event, I understand it's going back to you. I understand that money is going back to you anyway because you guys own the actual sports club. I mean, when I put $100,000 into your own sports club, I mean, of course, the money is going back to you. I mean, understand? So there's no losses. I mean, the bank can never lose the money once they give it to you. Approach now, you have to understand that. Approach the bank never loses the money. I mean, never lose money yourself either. I understand either way that what happens is they may say, hey, I need you to at least give me a car. I mean, give me your technology. I mean, how much possessions do you have? I mean, how much net worth do you have so we can give you some money? I mean, now, what you need to do is say, I have a dad's car, I have my biological dad's and mum's car, I have my family car, I have also my family house and I have some possessions in my house. I mean, come and check it out. I have over $50,000 I can give you right now. I just need the money to give you right now. I need to borrow that money from you so I can go make an event in 1 week and then I'll make sure that you have a profit. Approach now, because you can back it up with some money and possessions and net worth behind you, because in case you do lose the money, for example, because you never lose the money, but I understand that what's amazing is just to have some backup to say, hey, I mean, if anything happens with the money and if I steal it, then you can go to my biological dad's house and you can steal the car off him. I mean, you can just go and get the car off him there. I mean, get the car off him, I mean, get my family car, I mean, get the Ferrari, I mean, get my technology, I mean, get whatever you want. I mean, here's my driver's license, I mean, go to the police over here, I mean, give them everything. I mean, give them everything. But guess what? I mean, they'll give you the $100,000. I mean, understand? So go and secure yourself and your finances by going to your biological dad and get him to sign it up if they need it. Approach if they need your biological dad to sign for the actual deal or whatever. I mean, you can sign it yourself. I understand, although that if you lose the money, then they go to your biological dad and they take his car away too. I mean, and then he's like, what happened? I mean, why are you getting my car for? I mean, you understand? But guess what? I mean, you're the one who signed the paper. But guess what? I mean, either way, I mean, never lose the profit. I mean, never lose the money. So what I do, for example, is I go to the bank and I say, hey, I have my dad's car. I have my biological dad's car. I mean, it's worth around $17,000. I mean, but I never tell him that. I never tell him that I'm going to use his car as my backup. I mean, you understand? So I want to make some profit. And understand either way, I never lose the money. So they're going to say, hey, I mean, Danny Milivojevic has $17,000 with his biological dad. So that's his car, but it's in his father's name. But guess what, or else the bank will come and take it away if I lose the profit. I never lose the profit though. I never lose the profit. I understand either way, there's just an insurance policy to say, hey, if anything happens, I mean, go get the car from him. And that's it. Of course, now, of course, he's going to be angry. I mean, of course, I mean, somebody just comes to him and gets his car away from him. I mean, without his permission. I mean, but guess what? I mean, I'm willing to do that. I'm very sure Jesus is willing to do that too. I mean, but guess what? I understand why. I'm never losing the profit. I'm making the profit here. I mean, so that's why I can do that. I can do that. But if they need him to sign, they just say to your biological parents or something like that and just say, it's just something from the bank that I want to do. I understand I'll never lose the money. I promise you. I promise you I'll never lose the money. I mean, so my biological dad, I can get away with my biological dad because I realize he never understands that much English. So I can say, it's just for me to do some business with the bank. I mean, that's all I have to say and he'll sign it. I mean, he'll sign it very quickly because he never wants to read it. I realize he never wants to read the contract. I can get away with it, but maybe you have English parents. I mean, maybe you have parents or people around you who can read that contract. I can get away with it. I mean, so either way, you guys have to just tell the truth and say, hey, I want to borrow money, I want to make us money, and that's it. I mean, I honestly regard you to do that. I mean, be honest with everything. And when you do that every single day, now you can borrow $200,000 from the bank to make a $5,000 profit. I mean, in a sense, so what is it? I mean, you have to understand that, I mean, that nice beautiful profit that you need every single day is understanding that no matter what, that you go and understand to go and find those profit margins and where is the people going and why they're going there and what are the big events out there that you can create again and again. I realize now Mardi Gras, I mean, I can go and, for example, I can go to the bank and say, I want to create a Mardi Gras around Brisbane. I mean, Mardi Gras is a gay parade. I want to create it. So I want to create the whole thing. So I go to the bank, I get the money, and then I guess what? I say either way that no matter what, that if I create that event, I realize I can lose money. But guess what? I understand. I just make sure that I can create that Mardi Gras in maybe one nightclub or something like that. But make a parade there, and people are going to come and give me entry money for that. I mean, in a sense, so I charge $80 per ticket. I make the event is maybe $5,000, but maybe 300 people show up and give me $100 each. I make $30,000 by giving $5,000. I mean, in a sense, to make sure you understand that what's important is I make the event with the gay people, and they all go to the gay club, and I make the entry money. I mean, in a sense, but I get the money from the bank. I get the $5,000 from the bank to make that event possible, but then I charge at the door because I'm the promoter. I mean, do you guys understand? So that's how you use the bank's money. But then the bank may say, hey, I mean, maybe you need the 9-to-5 job to be able to go and make that money first, and then we can give you the money. So if they need a certain profit margin from you or something like that, where you need a 9-to-5 job to get the money, I mean, then get the 9-to-5 job to make the profit. I mean, do you understand? So what's amazing is if you get the 9-to-5 job, then you make $12,000 in profit right away. So why not get the 9-to-5 job and make the $12,000 and then quit the 9-to-5 job? I promise you, it's that simple. So every single time, understand the bank just wants a lullaby. I mean, they just want you to understand how to make that money back. I mean, understand, but if you understand that if they ask you a question and they say, hey, I mean, how are you going to make the money back? I mean, I say I make the money back like this. I borrow $30,000 from you. I make sure I make $45,000 from the event. I make sure that with the $15,000, I mean, you're going to tax me 60% of that money, but I keep 40% of the $15,000. I keep 40% of the $15,000. I make that money, but you guys keep 60% of the $15,000. I return the $30,000 to you, and I give you on top a plus margin. I mean, in a sense, so that's how you understand how to make a profit. But then you have to get the crowd together somewhere and bring some musicians around, because people want musicians around, and give money for the seats as well, so that you can get, I realize you give money for the seats so you can get more money in return for yourself to make sure that whatever you want out of life is a better way. I mean, if you understand how to really talk to yourself all day long, then understand that you can't be $88 per seat. I mean, you understand, but how can you afford $26,000 for one night event? I mean, go to the bank. Go to any millionaire. Any millionaire who can give you some money. Who's a millionaire? But make sure you get into their face. So, I realize many millionaires won't just trust you just like that on the internet. I promise you, if you just go up to them randomly on the internet, and what happens is, understand this, that what happens every single day is focus on understanding to be in front of their face. Be in front of the millionaire's face and understand to be their friend first before asking money from them. They never care about the profit that you can make them if they've never seen you face to face. In a sense, so what's amazing is understand that if you want to make money with yourself all day long, then understand to get in front of millionaires, and then you have them as people like the banks. So you can always go to the millionaire or billionaire and borrow money from them to make more money and make them money as well. So the same thing that I can go to the bank today and borrow $30,000 and make $45,000 from the event. I can borrow the bank's money of $30,000 and return $10,000 plus to the bank. So for every $30,000 I borrow from the bank, I can make them $10,000. If I borrow $60,000, I can make $20,000 with the event, with the bank. In a sense, so then I just transfer that to the millionaire. So I get $30,000 from the millionaire, I return them $40,000. In a sense, so it's just a nice, beautiful trade-off. So make sure you have millionaires in your pocket. Make sure you have millionaires' numbers in your pocket. So what you need to do sometimes is give them $5,000. Give them $5,000 to get the number and be in their face. But realize now, be somebody who's actually worth it. Be somebody who's actually having a career like me, for example. So when I go to an actual millionaire, I have a profile. I have a profile on YouTube. I'm recognizing that I'm famous on YouTube. I'm famous around the world. So of course the millionaire wants to be around me. I mean, in a sense, so when they say it's Danny Milivojevic, I mean, he just wants 50 grand from me so he can make 75 grand. I mean, in a sense, but of course, you have to sign a contract. I mean, you still have to sign a contract to return that money with it, or her. I mean, in a sense, although they trust you because you're somebody in what you're doing. I mean, you may be 50 Cent, I mean, you may be someone famous around the world, and of course, the millionaire is going to give you money because you're famous and also popular, and they understand that you can make the money. And then just tell them exactly the information on how to do so, and then you make them bonus points as well. And now they can go around the world as well and do the same thing as you. I mean, in a sense, so that's why the millionaire can give you some money. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that when you're borrowing money from the bank, have trust with the bank all the time. I mean, make sure that you never get $30,000 to go around the world and to just go on a holiday to lose $30,000. I mean, never ever do that. I mean, in a sense, but the bank also can reverse the blacklist. So if you have a blacklist in the bank, I mean, what you can do to remove the blacklist from the bank is communicate more and become famous, like I am. I mean, in a sense, become famous, and then understand to go and really communicate all day long about whatever you're doing, and then you're going to make a live event, and you're going to make money from those live events, and then you're going to slowly give money to the bank again, and you're going to remove that blacklist for yourself. I mean, a blacklist is only given to you from the bank if you owe them $500,000 and you never gave them the money. I mean, that's how a blacklist shows up. I mean, that's how a blacklist shows up in your life. So never ever owe other people money, is what I'm saying. I mean, make sure you owe them money to return them a profit. I mean, understand? I mean, that way you never owe them money in the first place. So if you understand that, I can never get into debt. I mean, never ever get into debt for anything. I mean, if I go to the bank and I borrow $30,000, I'm never in debt. I'm just using that $30,000 to make $45,000. I'm never in debt. I'm never losing that money. I mean, in a sense, so never lose money is what I'm saying. I mean, some people go to the bank and they borrow $30,000 to get a car loan, in terms of to get a car, and they throw all $30,000 into that car. I promise you now, they owe $30,000 to the bank. I never do that. I mean, never ever get $30,000 to throw into a car that never ever returns your profit. I mean, if you get $100,000, I mean, you put it into real estate, and the real estate will give you $150,000. I mean, that's how you make money. I mean, never ever make money losing money. I mean, make money making sure that you're going to make a profit, is what I'm saying. So every single day, we're looking to understand that no matter what we're doing in the process is looking on. I mean, we're making sure that no matter what, that we're going to grow ourselves all the time. So when we're growing all the time, we're making sure that we're free in front of people to speak, and we're making sure that we're going to go and prosper daily. So this is the exciting part of my day. I mean, this is the exciting part of my nights. I promise you it's nighttime now in Brisbane, but what's amazing is it's one full day, isn't it? I mean, it's always a day. I promise you, this is never one full night. I promise you, although it can be one full night as well. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that we are usually people in the planet, and Jesus Christ and everybody is going to say it's just one day. I promise you, although Jesus Christ may say it's just eternity. I mean, in a sense, so I understand either way, it's just different words. So make sure you understand that I can just say it's just my word I. I mean, you understand? Those 24 hours is just my word I. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand every single day that people just label it differently, but label life the way you want, but label life everything in terms of the word I. I understand that what's important now, since you understand that the bank can give you that money to give you the profit, I mean, in a sense, because you're going to the bank to make the profit, so what you do is understand that as soon as you understand you can make a profit, now they will give you the bank. I realize they will actually, and they do give you the money. I mean, how? Because you're going to ask them, what do you need to do to get that money so that you can make a profit? And they're going to give you that information. I mean, in a sense, so that's what I'm saying. Back up your assets, which is anything that you have today, such as my portable speaker is an asset. I give them that if I lose the money. I never lose the money though. I mean, in a sense, so never say that you lose the money. I mean, just say that you can give them the portable speaker, and the phone is $1,000, and the trolley, and everything of your technology, and plus the car of your family, which is $100,000 to get the money right away. I mean, otherwise, if they need you to work a 9-to-5 job, then understand either way that you make the money, and then go and do it yourself. I mean, go and do it yourself, or make the money that they need from you, and then go and ask the bank. I mean, either way, they're going to give it to you. I mean, if they reject you, then ask them why. I mean, why are you rejecting me? I mean, what do you need from me to make it? I mean, ask them, what do you need from me to make it a yes? I mean, if they say that you have to make $12,000 to get the money from them, I mean, guess what? I mean, go and make $12,000. I mean, if they say you need $2,000, I mean, go and say, here, I'll get $2,000. I mean, understand? I mean, if they need the money in your bank account, then use your use your 401k, which is your superannuation in Australia, and the 401k is also in terms of recognition around the world, and people understand what that is. So go and understand that, and it's just a fund that when you're working a 9-to-5 job, that they put in a certain amount of money that you make at the 9-to-5 job into a retirement account. So that's the 401k or the superannuation. I mean, never rely on the 401k and never rely on the superannuation, but say, this is my asset. I mean, I have a superannuation account of $1,800, I mean, it can be $1,800, and say, I want to give you that if anything happens. I mean, in a sense, so I can give you that, or else that's a offer, and that's also I can give my portable speaker and the phone. I mean, that's already $2,600, and then either way, or else my parents have another $100,000 in their cars. I mean, in a sense, so that's more enough money for you to make $5,000 somewhere, I promise you. I promise you now, if you can see that you have assets right now, I mean, you have a car, I mean, you have some possessions around you, I promise you have $30,000 in possessions somewhere right now. I mean, you can go and use those possessions to make money right now. I mean, you can say to the bank, I have $30,000 in possessions that I can give you if anything goes downhill. I promise you, nothing goes downhill with you because you're going to make a profit regardless. So you have money sitting around right now, and it's in your possessions. I mean, it's in your car. I mean, give away your car so you can make a 50 grand profit. I promise you, it's worth it. I mean, every single day, understand that what's important is understand that no matter what, that now since I'm understanding that my music production career is just about to lift off. I mean, how exciting is that, baby? I promise you, I've been waiting for my whole life to do this. I promise you that I've never been waiting, but understand either way that this moment right now is showing me that I can go on Spotify now and I can start uploading this nice, beautiful, in terms of nice and beautiful albums once I make another 8 hours. Although I understand that either way, in 4 hours time and 4 hours of music, I can go and start my first events. But understand life coaching is just about to start around the world in terms of my events around the world and live coaching in front of people. And I'm in front of people now, but just never a busking performance type of live event. I promise you, this is more charging at the door, baby. I'm charging at the door, I'm going places, I'm understanding I'm using the bank's money to leverage, in terms of to leverage my public speaking around the world. And I'm understanding that now I'm just going to use the bank's money and target an area that people are familiar with, and I'm going to make an event there, and I'm going to say on the billboards, I'm going to invest money into a nice beautiful photo of myself somewhere at the showgrounds, and people are going to understand that. And it's going to be on the website too, because I'm going to give money for that, and I'm giving money for that. And then guess what happens? I advertise myself on those events, and they put me on the Instagram, and people are just going to show up and see my public speaking program. I mean, in a sense, but what happens is I charge them before the door. I mean, in a sense, so regardless of what happens, I'm never losing money. I'm never losing money. I'm making sure you understand to never lose money. I mean, never have liabilities. I mean, never have cigarettes in your pocket, because cigarettes, of course, you always have to give $20 every single day to get cigarettes or alcohol. I mean, that's a liability. I mean, food and drink is a liability, I promise you. I promise you, that's a liability. And now, why is food and drink a liability? Because I understand every single day that if you eat more in this lifetime and drink more in this lifetime, then understand that Jesus Christ tells you right now that you can go and really, really be without food and drink and sleep in your lifetime. I mean, you must understand that what's important is sleep itself is a liability. I mean, when you're sleeping, I mean, when you snore, I mean, you understand? So I just know the word I only. I understand that what's important is understanding that if you're making noises and random noises, I promise you that what's important is understand every single day that it's a nice gesture. But I understand every single day that I realize that everything is the word I. I mean, relate everything as the word I, so you understand every single day that you can do what you want to do, but then never forget the word I promise you, it's that simple. I promise you, now when I speak, I never ever speak again with the IUQ rule. I speak with the word I code now. I mean, in a sense, so before I was saying for everybody to speak with the IUQ rule, but I'm showing you now to speak with the nice and beautiful I code, which is just the word I, and you start the sentence with I and finish with the word I promise you, now that's the only way to communicate, but I'm still using the IUQ rule in terms of understanding you have to ask a question such as, what are we? I promise you, that's a nice, beautiful IUQ rule right there, but it's a different format. I promise you, it's a different format, but the IUQ rule starts with the word I, and then it goes into you, and then into the question. I promise you, that's what the IUQ rule is now. I promise you, now I'm reforming it, But either way, now it's much more solid. So I'm understanding that what's important now is I'm much more of a music producer to be able to go and communicate my skills now into the world. And I can actually understand the program. And since I can understand the program, I can understand what to do with the program. And I can understand how to go and get myself new technology to make a greater sound. And also I can understand how to make melodies and how to make different percussional instruments with different sound effects and different sounds. And I've been testing the theory, baby. I understand that I have a portable speaker here, which is my music production speaker as well. So I understand that I get the best of both worlds. I'm a live coach right now, but then I'm also a music producer who puts a nice beautiful public speaker into a portable speaker on my trolley, and I pump my music while I walk here. I mean, you guys understand? So that's my entry music, and I pump it because I want to hear it. I want to hear how loud it goes. I understand, because that's my passion. I understand that when I pump my music on the street, I have 50 billion people watching me. I mean, understand, because what's amazing is understanding that what you need every single day is a greater heart for yourself to understand how to make events around the world. And when you can make events around the world, then you can understand what you want to do out of life. So understand that what's amazing is that the office works. I have a new type of, let's say, business card, but I have a nice little beautiful border right here. So I'm understanding either way that there's a nice and beautiful border around my business card now. And understand I just did that by accident, but I understand either way, there's a nice beautiful white paper going around my nice beautiful, in terms of my nice and beautiful business card. I realized that you can make business cards with a border, and the border is actually just going to be something extra along with your business card. I mean, in a sense, so it never takes away from the actual photo, but it just is just that way. I mean, it just minimizes your little business card in terms of your business cards, and I give 10 cents each for these business cards so I can give to you so I can profit. I profit when you can see me. I mean, when you guys can see me, then I understand I profit all the time because I'm giving all the time information. I promise you now, if you want to go around the world traveling, then how good is your communicational skills to be able to do it? I'm really great to be able to go around the world now and travel around the world, even though people never believe in the word I. I mean, they never believe in their own word I. I believe in my word I. I promise you, everything is word I just said everything is the word I. I mean, you must understand that either way, I realize that I must be careful here because I understand if nobody else believes in the word I, but I do, then I must state that all I really said is the word I, so I never ever fall into danger around here. I promise you, if you go labeling the other people, people who never have the word I, then guess what? I promise you they come and kill you. I promise you it is. I promise you now, just be careful of what's happening every single day. But what's amazing is if you say that, then just never ever talk directly at them. I mean, I said, but it's still the same thing in a way that you have to understand it's different. I mean, so make sure either way you say everything is the word I, because that is something that you have to understand on how to grow yourself. So when you're growing yourself, I promise you now, make sure you're understanding how to really understand how to speak. So never be picking your nose while you're public speaking, because it does disrupt your public speaking. I mean, make sure you understand that you want to be pronouncing yourself better, and then standing around and just understand that when you're standing around like this, I mean, it's much better than just walking around and pacing yourself like this. I mean, in a sense, so stand still in one spot and then speak. I mean, you understand? But it's much better to understand that when you do that, then you can just turn around and see it this way too. So we're understanding that no matter what, that we want to go and prosper every single day. So when we're prospering every single day, I'm understanding that no matter what, that whatever you see today in terms of what's happening around here, I understand that every single day I'm learning how to grow myself all the time. So if somebody never wants your business card for the first hour of your public speaking program, then guess what? I mean, they never need your business card because obviously they've said that for yourself. So I understand that either way, I need everybody to grab my business card because I understand that what's important is if other people never want your business card, then guess what? I promise you that they never deserve it. I promise you that's it. I promise you now, every single day I understand that what's important is understanding now that since you can go around public speaking and understanding your word language every single day, then you can understand that no matter what, that you're going to go and understand how to prosper yourself and live abundantly, and making sure every single day that you're going to understand how to be happier. I mean, make sure you understand what I'm doing. I'm making sure every single day I'm prospering every single day. I'm making sure that I'm always abundant. I agree with everything every single day. So I'm focusing on understanding that I want to go and be the best version of myself daily, because I understand I always have better than this world. I have better than what you have every single day. I have Jesus Christ. I never need anything else. Approach now. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding that no matter what, I love my life. I love my life so much that I realize, I thank you. I realize every single day I'm focused upon understanding that no matter what, that I'm understanding that I want to be the best. And now since I'm understanding that, I'm always the best. I'm understanding I'm just always lifting myself and my courage all the time. But you have to agree with people, and you have to understand every single day to agree with what's happening around the world. I mean, that way you're going to understand how to be much more excellent in terms of your negativity, in terms of the negativity that is never negativity that you're bringing out, but in terms of the positivity that you have and what's going on around the world, because nobody is negative, but we're understanding how to be positive. I mean, the world is just the word I. I mean, in a sense, so everything is just the word I. I understand every single day that if you label anything of this world, just make sure it's the word I, because that's the way, for sure, that's the way we understand how to grow ourselves. So when you understand how to grow yourself, understand how to really dwell upon a better communicational tactic. I understand every single day I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what I do daily, I'm understanding that I'm always loving life. But understand if somebody does, let's say, hit you, I promise you it's because sometimes you have to understand that no matter what, that it's because you're learning how to grow, and that's it. I mean, if you learn how to grow and other people causing you violence, I promise you it's because of something you said, but it's also because understanding either way that you're growing, and understanding either way Jesus Christ, for example. I understand that Jesus Christ is talking and then people just want to put him up on the cross. I mean, in the sense of what is happening with Jesus Christ, I promise you Jesus Christ is growing, and that's it. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, it's that kind of reasoning. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, that the world is never dangerous. I mean, just say that the world is good. I mean, in a sense, but the world for me, in terms of my word I, is the word I. I mean, in a sense, so God says that the world is good, I say that the world is I. I mean, that's it. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that every single day that if you go and really judge this world, I mean, judge it as the word I, because I understand either way, you can judge it as good as well. I mean, in a sense, because God does that. So just pick your way. I just understand, I just go with the word I. I mean, in a sense, because I am good. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand either way that it's just that kind of directional map. But I just go a different way. I understand every single day that no matter what, they still Jesus Christ's way, but I understand every single day that what's important is speaking up more in front of people, but then focusing on understanding that when you're planning in front of life and you're planning on how to talk in front of people in a different way, I mean, just understand that you're going to be growing. I mean, everybody has to be growing every time, because I understand that's how I grow, because I understand every single day how to communicate. I understand when I communicate so much every single day, I focus on understanding on how to plan my life all the time, because I understand I always want to grow. I want to grow so much, so I understand I have to be in front of people doing it, and I have to understand how people are reacting all the time toward I. But I understand that what's important is when I walk here and I pump my music, I understand that I have to be communicating the nice and beautiful music, and I also have to be communicating everything in the one go. So what do? I'm understanding I just go broadly, and I just go and communicate everything I can in one time. I'll make sure I plan the whole world into one, and never have a split personality over here, but have one personality. I mean, everybody has one personality, and that's it. I promise you, your personality is the people that you're surrounding yourself with. I promise you, now that's it. I promise you must understand that's a cold truth, but understand every single day the cold truth is the hot truth too. I promise you now, I understand that everything is the word I today. I understand that's how I'm growing all the time. I'm growing through different behaviors. I'm making sure I'm learning from the go. I'm very fast to communicate every single day. I'm understanding straight away how you are. I'm understanding that no matter what, that when I look at people, I'm understanding how I need to grow in front of people all the time, because it's very important to understand how to really persuade people all day long, and how to speak to people in terms of how to speak to people every single time. So just agree with what's happening around the world all the time, so you can focus on understanding that is how you grow. I mean, you grow in front of people the most you can, and then you overcome the world. I promise you, that's how Jesus does it. I promise you, now Jesus comes here and he talks to people as much as he can, and he goes in front of people as much as he can, so he can focus upon a greater life. I mean, just keep focusing on a greater life, so you can understand that when people are very curious about you, I promise you that they come and get your business card even more. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that what's important is focusing on understanding that you never need other people to grab your business card, but offer a business card anyway, so you can understand how to plan your life now every single day. I promise you now, if you understand that no matter what, that we're just going to go and really pronounce ourselves differently all the time, and then understand that I'm flying this world, baby. I'm going everywhere because I understand how to communicate. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you now, you never have to listen to me. I promise you, although you can just see my example, and that's it. I promise you, my success speaks for itself, and understand that when I speak and I post 4-hour videos online, I mean, be sure to watch it. I mean, be watching it, otherwise just go and make your legacy. I mean, in a sense, to make sure you understand that nothing in terms of my videos can you skip. I mean, you can never skip my videos. I mean, you can never skip my audio and what I say in my audio, because otherwise you miss out on the information. I promise you, although, never skip information. I mean, if you skip information, then you go to dying. I mean, never ever skip anything of this life, but live moment to moment. I mean, every single day I understand that when I live moment to moment, I connect everybody right here into one word, which is the word I, and I understand that I connect everything in the world into communicational words of differences. So I realize what I mean is when I look at people right here, I understand that it's just like it's just like a water tank. I mean, it's just like an ocean of air around here. But I understand that air connects us together. I understand the words that I'm speaking right now connects all of us together. I mean, the words of the Bible connects us all together, I promise you. I promise you now, without that Bible, I promise you that Bible is very strong with the words. I promise you it's so strong that nothing else can exist without it. I mean, why is that? Because words are so powerful. I promise you it's so powerful that you understand Jesus Christ's Bible. I mean, it's full of words. I understand, and without those words and without that faith in Jesus Christ, I promise you this world can never be. I promise you must understand that. I promise you words are so powerful that I can read the Bible and I can speak through the Bible of how powerful it is. I understand, because that's how Jesus Christ speaks for everything. I mean, in a sense, so everything in terms of Mother Nature, or else Mother Nature itself has its own Bible. I mean, in a sense, so when there's a tree over there and there's a lake over here, it's because God said so. I mean, God creates this world, and God says, this is what I want here. I want the sun over here. I want the moon over here. I want Jesus Christ to come at this moment. I want him to die this way. I want him to do this for me. And then Jesus Christ comes here and does the work of God. I mean, understand? Because Jesus Christ says that my Father is up there. Unfortunately, there is God up there, and there's only one God. I mean, understand? I mean, Jesus Christ is the exact same God that we have up there as well. In a sense, so what is amazing is everybody here is just part of that God that we are. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that when Jesus Christ came here, he said, look up, and the heavens said, this is my son. I mean, this is Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so I understand he went along the lines like that. I understand, although that God may have said also something with the word I, which he did. I understand, although God says everything with the word I understand, I say, I'm proud of you. I mean, in a sense, so something like that in terms of those words came out from God every single day in terms of Jesus Christ back then when Jesus Christ was with the Baptists, in terms of the John the Baptist, and then everybody was listening to God speak to Jesus Christ. I mean, you understand? So that is written in the Bible, and you must understand it's true. I mean, anything that's written in this lifetime is true. I mean, if you say something that's going to happen in this lifetime, I promise you it's going to happen somewhere in this lifetime. I mean, in a sense, so everything is the word I. I'm understanding that no matter what that, if you want to go and understand that if somebody attacks you, and then understand either way, that what happens with this is raise your vibrancy again and pick up yourself again. But never ever go hitting other people for trying to steal your content or trying to manipulate you or trying to lie to you or trying to steal something away from you. I mean, guess what? I mean, understand that, for example, with I understand that if somebody tries to grab my technology right here while I'm doing my public speaking notion, I understand I'm using this for I. I'm using this for I to create a greater legacy. But if you want to rob my legacy, then rob my life as well. I mean, in a sense, that's how it is. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand I'm preparing myself to die for my legacy over here. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you try to grab my technology and try to run away with it, I'm going to chase you all the way. And even if you shoot me. I mean, in a sense, because I understand I'm standing around here for as long as this video is, because that's really, I mean, that information is what I die for, and that's it. I mean, in a sense, so I never ever want to give that information to other people, other than I, in a way to give it in a way that I never ever want it stolen from me. I mean, in a sense, so what happens is I never want that individual to go and get my phone and then chuck it in the lake when I just made this video. I mean, and then guess what? I mean, my whole legacy in this video is gone to dust and shadows. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I prepare to die right now. I chase you for my life. I chase you for my life in a way that I'm doing it for the word I, to get my video so I can recover it to give it to people. I mean, in a sense, because if somebody comes here and tries to get my phone from me, I'm going to go and grab it from them, and that's it. I want to at least less violence in my life all the time. I want less violence with other people, and that's it. Unfortunately, now what I do to do that, I understand I label everything the word I, and then I continue my life, because you have to understand that every single day that there are people who do steal, and there are murderers, and there are cheats, and there are thieves of life. But what you have to understand that it's everything in terms of the word I. Unfortunately, everything is the word I. So what you need to do is follow the 10 commandments of God every single day, and then focus on understanding on how to really lift yourself in front of people every single day, to go and focus on something that you love to do daily. Because what's important is understanding how to use your technology today to communicate with yourself. I mean, use your technology every single day to love yourself daily, because that's what you need to do daily to understand how to communicate. I understand that every single day. I understand people love to take photos. I understand people love to take videos of themselves. But are you teaching anybody anything with that? I mean, what are you teaching? But I understand every single day that if you do videos of yourself and photos of yourself every single day, I promise you there is something that you're teaching. I mean, you're teaching your life exactly. But teach more about the words and the orchestra of your music and what you can create with your hands and with your eyes and with your legs and with whatever you have. I mean, be a creator. I mean, go and make some kind of puzzle somewhere and be a puzzle freak or a word freak. I mean, go and really understand how to use that information you have to drive power into you in terms of the word I every single day. I mean, go and use that information to drive people. I mean, drive people through information, and that's what I'm doing all the time. I'm driving everybody through information every single day. I understand that when I do that, I'm driving myself the most to go around the world quickly, because I understand that I want to travel quickly, but many people want to stand still. I mean, they want to just be in one place. I understand that the world is one place. I mean, you can go to Spain and Brisbane, and it's just one place in the world. I mean, you must understand that. I mean, this whole galaxy and this whole world of the galaxy of the Milky Way and everything we are in this lifetime is just one place. I mean, you understand? But be traveling and never just be in Brisbane all your life, but go to Sydney and go to Melbourne and go to Spain. But it's very easy to travel. I promise you, Jesus Christ says so. I mean, it's very simple to just communicate more. I mean, what am I doing in these videos? I mean, look at these videos. I mean, 3 hours and 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 4 hours and 3 hours and 6 hours of videos, and just speaking and speaking and speaking. Because why? I'm looking for ideas. I'm looking for notions and ways of tactics to understand how to get out of this place, man. I'm understanding I want to get away from Brisbane, so what I have to do is I have to communicate as much as I can to find the ideas on exactly how to do so. I mean, you understand? So I have to communicate more like this to find all the ideas I can to give you right now to get myself out of Brisbane. I promise you that's the deal. I understand. So what I do is understand that either way I can travel the world regardless, because that's what I say so. I say every single day that no matter what, I can make the money, I can go wherever I want. But what's amazing is if I go everywhere I want, I have to be in front of people, leading people in a way that I'm communicating to people either my music or my words. I'm a music producer. I produce music and words together. I mean, in a sense, so I never want people just to remember me as a life coach. I want them to remember me as a comedian, and also as an actor and singer, and also as a music producer and life coach and fashion model and more. I mean, there's so much more I want to be in this lifetime, so I want to expand my knowledge as much as I can. So every single day you must look forward to the word I, because everything is the word I, and then focus on understanding that no matter what you do, that you're safe as long as you communicate greater. I mean, if you can communicate greater, you can lift yourself above what you are today. I mean, you can understand how to prosper and become much more abundant and richer in any area of your life as long as you talk and talk and talk and talk. I mean, just keep talking. And what am I doing now? I'm talking, aren't I? I mean, the more I talk, the more I travel the world, I promise you. I promise you I have to talk and talk and talk with myself to find ideas to give you. Thank you. I have a business card over here as well. I understand that what's important every single day is when I keep talking every single day, I'm understanding that I'm getting more ideas along the way, aren't I? I'm getting more of ideas, I'm getting more of these ideas in different ways because I'm learning something different every single time. I'm understanding that when I stand still, I'm understanding how to talk to you and other people every single day. So what's important is understanding that I'm just 28 years of age. I understand although that in my 30s, I'm traveling the world. I promise you now, every single day you must understand, I'm preparing for it. I'm preparing for a greater life. I mean, in a sense, so if you want to understand anything about life, then understand how to talk more. I mean, go and learn every single day how to talk more. But understand that many people never watch me. I have over 800 hours of videos and I have 34 subscribers online. I mean, you must understand, on YouTube. I mean, in a sense, so guess what? I'm just preparing myself to have more following and more following. But those people who are watching me today, I realize some people are watching me. I mean, congratulations, because you're getting the whole package. But those people who are never watching, I realize those people who are never wanting to watch me are missing out on this beautiful broadcast and on all the information I've ever given on how to succeed. So what I do is I just keep lifting my communicational skills, because eventually more people will follow me, because I'm giving my business cards along the way. And understand that I just gave 100 business cards in the 7 days. I mean, in a sense, so now I'm giving thousands of business cards around because more people are sharing me around now. I mean, in a sense, so when I give one business card to somebody, I mean, that individual is going to go to 100 people and share me around to 100 people. I promise you. Because over a lifetime, they're going to share me around. I mean, they may make a YouTube video saying, hey, Daniel Milivojevic helps me so much. I mean, go and check him out. I mean, that video has 17,000 views, man. I mean, that individual promotes me on YouTube to 17,000 people just through one video because they're famous. I mean, in a sense, but then they do it over and over and over again. I mean, in a sense, so how many times I said Grant Cardone in my videos? I mean, go check him out. I'm gonna go check him out, because guess what? I mean, either way, that's even better for his legacy, isn't it? Because he helps me with information. So if you help people with information, for sure, other people are going to go and make YouTube videos and they're going to say your full name and they're going to say, follow him. I mean, this individual over here. I mean, it's because why? For sure, it's all information. I mean, every single day I understand that what's important daily is I'm focusing on understanding on how to lift myself daily. So I'm loving myself all day long, but I understand that what's important daily is understanding that one individual can promote you to millions of people. I realize this individual can, and anybody can, promote me to 1 million people and more in just one video. So I understand everybody's my customer. I mean, everybody's valuable to me. So no matter how poor or how rich we are, I'm pretty sure everybody can be richer. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that nobody's poor and nobody's rich. I mean, everybody has just Jesus Christ in life. I mean, in a sense, so whatever Jesus Christ is, I'm pretty sure that's what we are. I mean, do you call it rich? I mean, you must understand every single day that whatever it is, I'm pretty sure that's what we are. I mean, understand? I mean, either way, I'm pretty sure now I choose to say that Jesus Christ is rich rather than poor. Because that's just a belief system, isn't it? I mean, Jesus Christ is something better than rich, I promise you. I promise you there's something better than rich. I promise you there's something better than poor. I mean, Jesus Christ never labels himself as rich. I promise you there's something better than that. I promise you it's the word I. I promise you now, everything is just the word I. I mean, in a sense, so if you understand the word I is a magnet for success. So if you go and understand how to speak with the word I and just pronounce it, as I keep saying in my videos in different ways, that what is the great intention in life is understanding how to speak your word I. I mean, the word I starts with the sentence with the word I and ends with the sentence with the word I. I'm pretty sure it's very important to understand how to speak like that. I'm pretty sure I understand that if you just watch my videos now, I'm understanding I speak the first word, I say, I welcome you all. I welcome you all. I mean, I start with the first word I, and then I say, know your I. I mean, that's the finish of the video. I mean, in a sense, because that's how I start my sentences and finish my sentences with the word I. So I'm focusing on understanding that when I look at people today, I understand exactly where they're coming from every single day, and I agree with everything. I agree with what's happening around the world. I agree that I have to be in a tunnel to promote myself. I understand although that what's amazing is I'm creating my legacy over here. I have over 114 videos, and this is my 115th one in terms of busking performances only. So what's amazing is understanding that when I go around the world and traveling and busking, and I'm doing music production, and let's say I'm in California, and I have a nice beautiful event coming up in California, but guess what? I mean, during the day, I'll be busking in California somewhere. I just put my nice beautiful portable speaker in California and I'd be busking over there somewhere. And then my busking video is happening in California and also in Los Angeles and in Mexico City. I'll be doing this nice and beautiful English product over here or Serbian or whatever. I mean, I go around the world traveling and I do busking performances everywhere. But that's my legacy, man. I mean, in that sense, so I give you that nice and beautiful quality of audio that I'm giving you now. Because that's what you need to understand every single day, which is understanding empathy and drive and understanding how to, you have to be understanding how to be determined in terms of your life. You have to be determining your life in ways that you understand that no matter what, that you never ever turn your back on an individual, but you understand every single day you have to learn how to grow yourself in different ways. Because when you understand every single day how to love yourself and other people, then you understand every single day that you're going to go and focus upon yourself all day long. Now, if you do that, then just agree with what's happening in your life. Just agree that they're charging you the fine. Agree that that guy wants to hit you. Agree that the woman wants to get your man. Just agree with it. Because that way you just accept it. Just accept it. And just keep accepting life for the way it is. Accept what comes as well. In a sense, so make sure I understand that when I look at words and I see Anthony, I say, I see Anthony. I label it as I first. I never just say Anthony, I say I see Anthony. I look at the word business card over there and it just says business card. I see a business card over there. I put the I there first. I go and leap into the knowledge and I put the I there. I see portable speaker, but guess what, I say it like that. If there's a nice and beautiful word saying portable speaker over here, but there's no I say I see a portable speaker there. I never just say portable speaker because it looks stupid. In a sense, so make sure you understand that what's important is understanding that you have to go around the world and you have to be traveling and you have to be understanding how to pronounce your word I. So if you understand how to really grow yourself and other people every single day, I promise you it's much more about a nice and beautiful attitude in front of people, because that way you're going to be much more accepting yourself along the way and you're going to be agreeing with people, because I agree with everything that's going on. I agree that nobody else wants my business card. I agree with that. I agree that other people never want my business card. I accept it. I accept it totally. What now? I keep marketing myself. I understand that either way, that no matter what, I'm always agreeing. I'm agreeing with everything. I'm just the word I just said the word I. I'm understanding now, I pick up my communicational skills and I'm ready to sell myself again. So I understand that either way, that when Grant Cardone is looking for a sales individual to come to his company, make sure I understand to go check him out if you want. But I understand that every single day for myself, I understand that I have something better to do. Now, what is amazing is understanding every single day that I'm always leading myself into victory. I'm always understanding that no matter what, that I want to go and do the best job in my life daily, because I understand that I'm always very cheerful in my life. I'm always understanding that I want to go do the best product all the time. I understand I still love this dog. I still understand that this dog is very beautiful. Now, this dog makes my day every single day. I thank you very much, boy. I thank you. I understand every single day I see this dog all the time. I thank you. I see this dog all the time coming up to lick me all the time. So what I need to do daily is I need to focus on a greater life for myself. So focus on understanding that when you go and really, really love yourself all day long, then you're understanding every single day how to really go and do your life much better. Because when you just focus on you, I'm pretty sure that's the communicational skills. I'm pretty sure now that's the way I do it. I just focus on the word I. Approach now, when I understand everything is the word I, approach now, every single day, focus on going the subliminal language of something that you want to see, but also speak out your imagination. I went into my imagination today and I see everything in my imagination and I say, I agree with that, I agree with this, I agree with this. I try to imagine as much as I can in my bed while I sleep and I say, I agree with that, I agree with that situation, I agree with this, I agree with that, I agree with this, I agree with everything, I agree with you, sir, I agree with everything. I make sure every single day that no matter what, the other people can disagree with you. They can. Although guess what? You disagree with them. That's it. Jesus Christ agrees with everything in life. So that's the best way to be. So I understand that what I need to do daily is I need to connect the dots every single day, and I have to be understanding how to really be much more empathetic toward everybody. So when I can understand how to talk to people all day long, then I understand that no matter what, that I'm never losing in my life because I'm still promoting myself. I understand that no matter what, that I'm connecting the dots together, but I always want to be investing in my business cards. So today I went to my beautiful Officeworks and I sat there and I sat in my own camping chair in there. I have my own camping chair, and either way I understand that I sit on my own seats. So when I go outdoors somewhere, I understand that I'm just going and sitting on my seats instead of the restaurant seats. I want to sit on my camping chair. Because it's different, and I also have a cushion. I have a cushion in a way that my bum never hurts on my actual camping chair. So when I go to the airport, I have a camping chair. I sit on a camping chair. I sit on my own chair in the airport, and I bring it with me. Just for that. In the sense, because I bring a camping chair and I go around Brisbane and I can sit wherever I want. I can sit over here, I can sit at McDonald's, I can sit wherever I want. I mean, understand, but anywhere where you find a seat outdoors on a bench somewhere in a park, I sit on my own camping chair, mate. I mean, why do I have to sit on their benches? I bring my trolley with me, I bring my portable speaker with me, I do some DJing somewhere in the park, and guess what? I'm just loving life, aren't I? I'm understanding although that what's amazing about DJing is you have to communicate a way for yourself to DJ as well. So when you're looking at your music and you want to communicate something around your music, then you're the best communicator with your own music. I mean, you have to understand that nobody can teach you how to DJ your music. I mean, you must understand that everybody is DJing their music differently. I mean, when you make a beautiful music track, I mean, only you understand that track. I mean, you understand that track better than anybody. I mean, you understand what kind of frequency goes with what kind of aspect of your music track. I mean, in a sense, so when I'm speaking my public speaking program, I understand what I'm talking about. I understand I'm so good at what I talk about every single day. So I'm understanding every single day how to live my life to the fullest. I'm understanding that every single day when I look at people, I'm understanding now that I'm lifting my communicational skills in a way that I understand that I love my voice and how it vibrates through a nice and beautiful portable speaker over here. So that's a nice, beautiful investment, isn't it? That I can listen to my voice and I can listen to exactly my music production and how it sounds at festivals. I can listen to my music and also my voice while I project it with my microphone as well. I mean, in a sense, so that's beautiful. And I can DJ with my beautiful portable speaker and I can connect another one with this one. I can get two of them together and I can amplify it too. I mean, instead of 140 volts, in terms of watts, I can have 300. I mean, in a sense, so either way, I understand I can have more than that. But what's important is understand that you never, ever do anything other than the word I today. I mean, make sure you understand that if you're looking at numbers today, I mean, be understanding that the way I go and calculate my numbers today is I go and invest money into something, but then I go and, let's say it's a new food, or it's a new drink, or it's a new technology, or it's something that I understand that I'm leveling up my technology. So I never get a worse speaker than this anymore. I never get anything other than 140 watts in terms of lower than 140 watts. I get something above 140 watts in terms of speaker now. So if I ever get another speaker, I understand that I always get something better. But I understand then I go to 1,000 watts speaker. I go to 500 watt speaker instead of something that's lower than 140 watts. I understand when I invest my money into a portable speaker such as this one, I say 420 bucks. I put 420 bucks into this portable speaker, which is a JBL Party Box Speaker 100. I mean, there you go. I mean, 420 bucks. I mean, in a sense, so every single day when I'm focusing on understanding, either way, I understand I upload my finances online with a nice and beautiful PDF file, and then you guys can check out exactly where I'm always investing my money. I mean, in a sense, so every single day I'm uploading that nice and beautiful financial product of where my money is going, so you can exactly see how I invest my money. And that's a beautiful teacher, isn't it? And it's really, really go and get yourself a spending tracker, and then just keep investing your finances, and then you have this whole list of products that where you gave your money, and then just go and upload it online and teach people where you did give your money in the process of your life. I mean, in a sense, so each and every single investment, I mean, when I have $10, I have $10, I gave it to my business cards, and here we go, I have a business card. I mean, in a sense, I go to my spending tracker, I say $10, I investment business cards. I investment business cards. I mean, 10 bucks. I just put it in there, I upload it online, and then you can see where my money went. I mean, you understand? But I'm teaching my finances like that. I'm teaching you guys exactly where I invest my finances. I mean, that's it. I mean, all you have to do is just go and search it up. I mean, in a sense, so I can do a better job. I can link it onto my actual Instagram and understand every single day that what's important is understanding that it's just something that I can do. I realize either way that it's already in my Instagram, so you can just go and follow it and just see it. I understand every single day that what's amazing is I can't do a specifically one link where you can find it. So I just go and do that as well. I understand either way that what's important is never hide your information from anybody. I mean, be exposing your life and your information totally if you want to prosper. I promise you now, every single day when I'm looking at a better way, I'm understanding that no matter what I do daily, I'm looking people in the eye and I'm understanding that this is what you must do as well for yourself, because this is something of a public speaking event that you have to make for yourself someday. I mean, someday is right now. I understand, go really figure out what you love to do and go do it on a public speaking microphone. I mean, every single day, understand that no matter what, that since I'm still teaching about finance, I mean, finance is now understanding that no matter what, that when you calculate your finances, I mean, you may be getting your money weekly or fortnightly or monthly or yearly. I mean, guess what? I mean, make sure you're understanding that you go and really absorb that knowledge and go and make your money come in sooner. So calculate your money weekly. I mean, do you guys understand? I calculate my money fortnightly because I understand either way, there's just the way I do it, but I understand every single day that why I do that is because I receive a certain amount of money every single fortnight, and that's it. I understand. I realize my receivings of income comes every fortnight, so I just go every fortnight, and I just understand that no matter what, that I go and calculate that money. But if you understand that your income comes every week, then calculate your money by the week. I mean, if your money comes in every single day, then calculate your finances every single day, and that's it. Actually, I realize every single day when I really lift myself, I say that no matter what I do, I live my life in the process of what I think and feel and do every single day. So I'm always understanding that I want to be looking better and I want to feel better every single day, but I understand that no matter what, that I understand how to really lift myself into greatness. So I understand that no matter what, I'm loving my life, I'm looking at the nice and beautiful aspects every single day. I understand that I was also that individual who was grabbing the McDonald's box and I was carrying it around. I understand every single day, you must understand, I never carry McDonald's around anymore because I understand that the oils is something that goes into the oil. So they put fish and they put burgers into that oil, and it's just that oil for 2 weeks. I mean, everybody's eating that oil for every 2 weeks. I mean, in a sense, so that oil that they have at the actual McDonald's is very unhealthy. I mean, it's just always processing new chips and new products into that exact oil, and it's just becoming the old-fashioned oil. And then guess what? I realized the employees leave the product. I realized they leave the McDonald's and then they start up McDonald's the next day. And then guess what? I realized they're still using the same oil, man. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that is very terrible. I'm not sure though, everything is the word I. I mean, everything in terms of life understands that no matter what, that when I understand something about life, I understand I'm always growing my heart. I'm always understanding how to talk in front of people. So I'm understanding how to talk and also pronounce my words. So I calculate my finances, and then I also calculate my way and strategies around the world. So sometimes I may remove a investment such as, let's say, a cable, because $30 I can use somewhere else much better than a cable, because I already have 2 cables, for example. So why do you want a 3rd cable when you already have 2 of them? I mean, in a sense, so what you need to realize is if you want the finance number of life, then it's number 1. I mean, have 1 shirt. I mean, have 1 pair of shoes. I mean, have 1 beanie. I mean, have 1 jacket. I mean, have 1 way. I mean, have 1 girlfriend. I mean, have 1 boyfriend. I mean, have 1 kid. I mean, do you understand? I mean, never say that you want 5 kids. I mean, say you want 1 kid first. I mean, have the first kid, and then say, I want another 1 kid. I mean, once you make the 1 kid, then say, I want another 1 kid. I have one more kid. I understand now you have 2 kids. I say, I want 1 more kid. I have 1 more kid now. I have 3 kids. I have 1 more kid. I say, I have 4 kids now. I have 1 more kid. I mean, understand, but some people say, I want 5 kids. I understand you want 5 kids, but get the first kid first. I mean, it's very important that the financial number of your life is number 1. I mean, you must be number 1 in your life first to have the finances that you want. I mean, you must be able to say the word I first. I first comes into life, and then you have the finances. I mean, number 1 is the best number. I mean, it's never $1 million. I mean, it's never billions of dollars. I mean, it's number 1. I mean, number 1 is a higher number than $1 billion. I promise you, if you chose to be a billionth in your life or number 1 in your life, I mean, what do you choose? I mean, do you choose to be the billionth entry in life or the first entry? I choose to be the first entry of life. I mean, do you understand? So when you're at a festival, I mean, would you rather headline the festival or would you rather show up at the start of the festival? I mean, you can do both. I mean, you can do both. I mean, understand? I mean, you can be the first headliner of that festival. I mean, understand? Or you can be the first intro to the festival. I mean, whatever you want. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that every single time we're looking at numbers in a way that we're understanding number 1 only. But as soon as you see number 2, and then you have 10 pairs of shoes in your closet. I mean, 10. I mean, never have 10 pairs of shoes in your closet, mate. I mean, have 1 pair of shoes that you wear every single day, and then you wear these shoes for 3 days, and then throw them away, and you're getting another shoe. I mean, we're getting different shoes now. I mean, understand? I mean, wear 1 set of clothing that's different every single day. is the financial method for you. I mean, every single day that what you want to do every single day is understanding that your clothing today must change every single day. I mean, be changing your clothing all the time. I mean, be throwing out old from your life and putting something new today. I mean, put something new. So every single day, I want you to understand the travel number today. I mean, be one day in Brisbane. I mean, be one day in Melbourne. I mean, be one day in Sydney. I mean, be one day in Perth. I mean, be number one in terms of be day one in also Darwin and have day one there, and also go to Adelaide and have one day and Darwin one day. I've rushed now 7 days of the week. I mean, you found yourself in Perth and Melbourne and Sydney and Adelaide and Perth in terms of Hobart and also Darwin. I mean, what's happening around the world is you're traveling. I mean, you're going from Sydney to Brisbane. In Sydney you came just today, and guess what happens? I mean, you're staying one day, and then we're going to Brisbane tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow comes today, so we're just going to be one day in Sydney, and then we're going to one day go to Brisbane. And now one day we're in Brisbane, but then we're going to Melbourne just for one day, and then we're going to New Zealand for one day only. And then we're going to Japan for one day, and then we're going to Jakarta for one day, and then we're going to China for one day. I mean, we're traveling for one day everywhere. Just one day is more enough for you. Be traveling all the time is what you want to do all the time. So I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, that when I'm loving my life all the time, I'm understanding every single day that I have to go and deliver. I have to deliver something that I love to do. So when I love to do something, I love to do my word I. I love to do my word I every single day. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I love to do everything in the best ways. I'm always focusing on something that I understand that financial gains is the one number. When you look for real estate, you look for the 1% margin. What's a 1% margin in real estate? You invest $100,000, but you're making money back in 10 years' time. But there's also one margin that you make 1% interest every single year. So if you invest $1 million, I promise you make $10,000 per month, or per day, or in terms of per year. So make sure you understand that when you invest into your life somewhere, be investing in the one number. The one number is the best number of your life. So if you understand every single day that you want to go and do something that you want to do that's going to help you every single day to go and really prosper for yourself, be focusing on your life in different ways and different schedules, and then talk over people and their reactions and how they're really understanding life. So I'm always understanding people. When I look at them, I realize they may be smiling, I realize they may be walking a certain way, they may be smoking pot or joints around me. So realize this. I realize either way, I understand that I see the reactions of these people. And when I see the reactions of how they walk and how they talk and how they dress and how they look like and how they react in terms of their facials and what they're wearing and how they exactly do everything, then I understand much more information about the world as well. So I'm understanding that in Brisbane I've already seen 2 million people. I've seen 2 million people in Brisbane alone. Because why? I'm busking performances. Imagine seeing 2 million faces in 30 days. So that's how I feel. So make sure you understand that no matter what, they're just all new faces I see all the time, but making sure I'm picking up the nice and beautiful knowledge of my busking performances for 114 hours now and more. I've been doing busking performances. So now all I can do is summarize the 114 hours into one video. I can summarize, I can keep summarizing, but when you do your first hour in busking performances, all you can really summarize is the 1 hour that you've done. Then you do 2 hours, but then you summarize from that 1 hour that already you did, and then you do it for the next hour, and you summarize 2 hours together into 1 hour video, and then you go third hour video, and now you have your third hour video, which is a summation of all the 3 hours of busking videos you've done. Or, even better, I've done 114 hours of videos, in terms of I've done 200 hours of courses of just busking performances in front of people during the coronavirus. I understand now I can give you that summation. I can give the summary of 200 hours of public speaking in front of a crowd and how that feels like, because I've done it. I can just put it into a 1 hour video for you. Understand? So what's amazing is understanding now that since I have a public speaking repertoire behind me, I understand the millionaires and billionaires want me at their events. I understand that. I understand that people around Australia now are going to hear about me and they're going to say, he can public speak and get me him right now to come over here to this event because he's very successful and he can public speak. I understand, but nobody's stopping you right now to make your legacy great. I mean, everything over here is for free. So I'm just making my legacy today. I mean, that's how simple it is. I understand that what's amazing is everybody has the word I. So what you need to understand every single day is understanding that no matter what, that it's the case. I mean, just some people are just never aware of the word I. I'm aware of the word I. I understand everybody has the word I. I have the word I realize everything is the word I. I promise you now, since I understand every single day that everything is family around here, so I understand that no matter what, that we just have to expand our world. I mean, if you understand how to expand your world daily, I understand every single day, look for ways of really communicating in front of people so that you can understand how to progress in your kindness in front of people, because what you want to do is plan your life ahead of the game. I mean, be ahead of the game in everything you're doing, and exactly what you're doing every single day is what you need to understand is your mindset has to grow, and you have to grow in front of people all the time if you want to make money. I understand if you want to make money, then you need a service of information that you can give today to make the money. I mean, if you understand your finances, I mean, be broke all your life, and then understand that it's never about the money. I mean, what is it about today? I promise you, it's my legacy. I promise you, legacy is much more important than money, I promise you. I promise you now, every single day, I never care about the money, man. I care about my legacy. I promise you now, since I care about my legacy first over the money, I now care about the money as well, because I understand that legacy is much more important than money. I mean, I have billions of dollars in my video right now because I understand it's me talking right here. I understand? I mean, I need nobody else except I to do my video. So this is my responsibility every single day to come here and go and connect the words together. So when I'm in front of people and I'm public speaking and I'm making sure to look great, I'm making sure that I do some fashion photos along the way. I understand some fashion photos are coming up for myself. I have to go around Brisbane somewhere and I have to go and do some actual nice and beautiful fashion photos around town. So I understand that no matter what, I realize that is something I love to do. I understand I do have some paintings around here that I can go and really do some nice and beautiful paintings. But guess what? I understand that what's amazing every single day is when you do a photo, I promise you that's also a painting. So a photographer is a painter. I promise you a public speaker is a painter. I promise you the way you walk is how you paint in life. I mean, the way you look is the way you paint the picture of who you are. I paint the picture of this. I mean, this is who I am. I mean, the way you look is the way you paint the picture. I mean, that's just the honest truth. So every single day you must understand that what's amazing every single day is understanding that what you look like today is who you are. I understand that's what I need to do every single day, is understand that no matter what, I'm always loving life. So I'm understanding, I'm always picking up the tones of the people. So when I'm understanding, when I look at them, I'm understanding how they are overall. I'm understanding the love on their face when they look at me public speaking. I understand that when a woman just walks past me and she gives me this look like she wants to marry me. I mean, understand, but she walks away. I mean, she never even gets my business card. I mean, she gives me the look that she wants to marry me though. I mean, just so make sure you understand that when you're more successful, then you have a greater life. And then just focus on more success in your life and forget the people who are having sex. And forget sex altogether with other people, but focus on success with your legacy first. I mean, your legacy is much more important than sex with other people. I mean, do you understand? I mean, am I having sex with other people now, or am I educating you? I'd rather educate you personally all my life than have sex with other people, I promise you. I promise you, this is much more in my heart. I understand that. I understand because it's much more of what I need to be in terms of life than having sex around. I promise you, just look at Jesus Christ's example. I promise you, Jesus Christ never goes having sex around, but Jesus Christ stands here just like I am today and just starts to speak in front of people. But I'm learning something along the way. I'm learning how to be a public speaker. But just 10 years ago, I was watching my biological dad public speak. I mean, I was saying, wow, I admire that. I admire that he can go and communicate. I admire that he can sing in front of people. I admire that he can go and do whatever he wants around the world with his singing career and also sponsor me and give me money and everything and give me the best life that he can. I mean, I admire that. I agree with that. I mean, in a sense, so when I was looking at my biological dad public speak in front of crowds, and then he always has a great persona in front of people. I agree with him all the time. I understand that what's amazing is I understand that now I can do that exact same thing because I was watching my biological dad growing up, but then he was never the driven force of that for me. I mean, he was never, let's say, driving me in a way that he was forcing me to, let's say, public speak. I realized he was never telling me to public speak. He was never telling me to become a singer, and he was never telling me to be a public speaker. I promise you now, he's a singer and a public speaker, but he was never motivating me personally with words to do that. I promise you, although, that he just does that. I promise you, he's just like that. I promise you now, he's just a role model just like that. So you have to understand that he actually is motivating I all the time now, because I can see that he's doing it. So sometimes you never have to speak those words to people to be able to motivate them, but just stand for it. So if I'm a vegan and I say I'm a vegan, but you never see me eating meat, I mean, it's just in the background. I mean, even if I never told you in your face, I mean, you can see I went for the vegetables instead of the meat. I mean, in a sense, so you can just see that. So that's the kind of attitude I have in terms of my life and how my biological dad also does it. I mean, for example, with Jesus Christ, I mean, Jesus Christ has to really tell you exactly what he's done. I mean, in a sense, because we have to see that in the words. So what you have to understand is I want you guys exactly to understand this. I want you guys all to understand this. And I want you to look at me like your father or your mother or your cousin or your brother or your sister. I want you to look at me like this as your family member. And I want you to understand that you just have to admire this. And then since you admire this, then you can actually become a public speaker. And then I want you guys to understand, I admire you all for watching my video, but I understand that I want you guys to be a public speaker. I want you guys to understand I'm telling you so. I'm showing you so. I understand when I'm telling you so, I understand that everybody is the word I. I understand that all I really said is the word I. But what's amazing is I'm showing you right now what this is. So what you understand about me today is understand that I paint a picture around Brisbane today that people can see what I'm doing. I mean, people are never stupid to see I'm a public speaker. I mean, they eventually have to do it for themselves. I mean, everybody has to become a public speaker. I mean, that's the next progress. I mean, that's the next level for you. I mean, in a sense, so I was afraid in my I was afraid in my first busking event and my first public speaking program. I was so afraid. I mean, although I had the courage to come and stand up in Brisbane over here, and I did start my first busking performance in Brisbane, and I was at the Adelaide Street over there next to the nice and beautiful train station. So I'm focusing on understanding that I want to always go and deliver that nice and beautiful information to people. But then I forced myself to go and really start my first busking performance because I believe in my communicational style. I believe in what I'm doing, and that's why it forces me to stand here. I mean, in a sense, so now more than ever, I said to myself, nah, I have to come here. I have to come here. I said I was going to swap my busking performance to go do some music production instead. But I said, no, I have to come here. I have to be in front of people because it's so exciting to be able to be here in front of people. So what I can do also is I can do busking performances and I can DJ on the go right here, and I can literally practice in front of people. So I want to do that too. I want to understand that either way, that what's important is understanding that no matter what you're doing, is focus on understanding that every single day we must go and really perform the best job in the world. So when you can perform the best job and you can understand that, you have to understand that, for example, a tunnel, I place my nice and beautiful portable speaker and my phone on the side and never right here where people are walking. So if you understand, if my camera is over there, it does block the pathway. So I'm understanding either way, that's why I have my portable speaker like this. And then I'm also in the middle of the tunnel over here. Because why in the middle? Because I'm just the center of attention, aren't I? I mean, why do I want to be in the corner over there? I want to be over here. I mean, in a sense, so when you ask a question like that, then say, I just want to be here. I mean, in a sense, so make sure that if you want to be in the corner, that it's much better to be in the center of the circle than around the circle or anywhere else in the circle. I mean, be the center of attention. I mean, in a sense, so it's level. I mean, those people can see me exactly the distance that these people can see me. I mean, in a sense, so that's what I mean. I mean, every single day, make it much easier for yourself to communicate in front of people, and then understand every single day it's much more about understanding the reactions of people every single day, because I understand that when I look at people all day long, I can understand exactly how people are walking and talking. I can understand the different I can understand the different personas around people. I can understand that no matter what I have got, I realize no matter what I have going for me every single day is a different style of communicational skills. So I can understand that it's much better to tuck in your jumper and your shirts and your singlets and your jacket than it is to just maybe in terms of life to look like this. So what you need to understand, the jackets, I realize you never have to tuck it in, but the jumper and the singlet and the shirts, I mean, always tuck in your shirts, I mean, always tuck in your pants and in terms of the pants, in terms of the shirts and singlet and the sloppy joes and the pajamas. I mean, it looks much better than having to make it baggy. And I realize if you never tuck in your shirts or your jumper or your sloppy joes or singlet, then it's falling off. I understand, and then it looks like you just had some beer going on. I understand if I tuck in my jacket over here in my pants, I realize there's no need to. I mean, I like to show off my part over here. So I understand it looks much better when you have a jacket like this that's coming over the top of something that's actually working. So I understand that what's important is understanding every single day that you have to focus on something that you love to do. So when you love yourself so much, every single day, you must focus on loving everything that you love to do. So I understand every single day, I understand that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow myself. I understand that some people may understand that no matter what, that every single day focus on understanding that what's important, that some people may cover their ears, for example, but I understand that what's important is understand that they're just joking around. I promise you, they're just joking around. And even if a little baby is going like this, I promise you, they're just joking around, I promise you. I promise you, now, make sure you understand that what's important is understand this, that everybody's a baby, but I understand that no matter what, that you guys have to understand that if somebody comes to you, I promise you, and they're closing their ears, I promise you, that's nothing to do with you. I understand, but if you go pumping your portable speaker to somebody else, I promise you, then they can get arrogant with you, and they can also get violent with you because their baby may be sleeping, or it may be loud, in terms of the music may be loud. I mean, in a sense, so it's because you went to them in that situation. But if you're going to them to give something, for now, that's something different. But never ever go pumping the portable speaker while somebody's sleeping. I mean, in a sense, so what you need to do is every single day look for a way to grow yourself in front of people and agree with everything. So when you agree with everything, I promise you now, every single day, you're going to find what you're agreeing with and what you disagree with. But only agree with what you disagree with. I mean, never agree to disagree. I mean, just agree. Just like Gretchen Rubin says in her Happiness Project book. I mean, she says that she just agrees with everything. I mean, do you understand? So when I agree with you, I promise you, I'm much better. I'm much more like a friend. I mean, if you want to kill somebody, I agree. I agree with you. I mean, guess what? I agree that you want to do that. I mean, if you ask me what to do, I promise you, I say I never kill people. I agree with you. I agree with you. But I understand every single day that what's important is understanding to agree with people all the time. And then you understand every single day how to connect the words together in whatever form, in terms of whatever form you are. So I understand that now I can always travel the world because I understand how to communicate that. I understand how to be in front of people doing it, and I understand how to make the profit really quickly. So it's just a dream come true because 4 years ago I was very overweight and over obese. I was 113 kilos, and I did, in 4 years, in terms of 31 months, I did drop 47 kilos. I'm around 70 kilos now, so I've been just on a steady pace with 70 kilos. But I love being 70 kilos. I understand I'm very lightweight. I'm understanding I can move around. I can run really quickly. I mean, in a sense, so it's a nice, beautiful tempo for me. I understand that every single day. I understand that I still have to get the actual body I need every single day. So what I need every single day is to focus upon understanding that I'm always loving my life. I'm understanding every single day how to focus on a better world with myself. So when I understand that no matter what, that I always have better, I'm understanding that every single day I'm focusing on my love for I, and then I understand everything is the word I. I understand that what's important daily is understanding how to boost your legacy right now, because that's what I'm doing. I'm boosting my legacy right now. I'm working in the rain for 4 days now. I mean, it's raining right now, but just never in the tunnel. I understand, although I have nice and beautiful lights over here, I have a light show going on, but I understand that what's amazing every single day is understanding that now I need to go and invest more money into festivals. But guess what? Or else if you want to be a music producer, I mean, get your own type of hat. I mean, go and wear like a hat of some type of word, for example. So my word is my word I. I make an I hat, for example, and I make it glow. And then I get other people to understand that, and then every single day I understand that no matter what, that what's important is understanding that if you want to sell something in terms of a possession or something like that, then make sure you understand that it's because you want to create that kind of environment around yourself. So then, guess what? I promise you that's a purpose for yourself to do it. So if you want a purpose behind something that you want to sell, because it's going to create a certain effect, then go and sell it. But you're never doing it for money. I realize now, you must understand that, for example, my example is I have a hi-hat going. I want to have my iPodium as well. So since I'm a music producer, I want to go on my iPodium. I want to create something going. I want to have light shows going on. I want to have lasers. I want to have smoke screens. I want to have fire coming up. I want to understand that's my first level, but I have 3 levels of this. I have these amazing stages that I want to make, and I want to design it myself, and I want to invest money into these stages, and I want to invest money into this hat that I want to make for myself. Just like Deadmau5 has a hat, or Marshmello has a hat when they produce music on the stage, and when they're DJing, I also want to have a hat also. But also I come up as Danny Milivojevic, and also known as I understand also I have 2 DJ names. So why is that? Because everything is the word I understand every single day that no matter what, that everything is just one word of God. The pressure is just word I. The word I is everything. So I understand that when I'm really talking all the time, I'm understanding that no matter what people think about me, I'm understanding I still manage to grow myself because I understand how to talk. I understand that when I'm talking like this, I pick up information from other people and how they are. I can look at them now and how they're turning around and how they're reacting toward me and how they're walking toward me and how they're communicating with each other. And then I can also see, are they smiling or never smiling as well? So what's important is understanding that I can also see how fat they are and how skinny they are. I can see what hair color they have. I can also see what kind of facial hair or whatever they're doing, and I can see how much they're grooming themselves as well. So I'm also understanding the people that are around me, and I understand that when I pick up ideas, I say, I never want to look like that anymore. I never want to look like that. I never want to look like that. I never want to look like that. I never want to be that. I mean, in a sense, so when I pick up these thousands of ideas of how people are dressing and how people are reacting, I say, I never want to react like that. I never want to react like this. I never want to react like this. I never want to react like that. So what happens is I pick up 1,000 ways to never react towards you because I see it and how it looks like with other people. So I learn from other people's mistakes quickly like that. So now I also pick up 1,000 ways as well on how to never look like, because I look at other people and I can see exactly how they look like. I can see that it's never the way I want to look like. I mean, and so what you learn from other people is how they look like. And I mean, you're going to see, are they baggy? I mean, are they dressing for the occasion, or they're just dressing to go to the corner shop? I understand I realize if I dress to go to the corner shop, I'll wear this. I'll wear this to go to the corner shop. I mean, just for 2 minutes, I just go to the corner shop looking like this. I want to look the best. I mean, it's easy to put trackies on and sloppy joes and just go like that, but I go like this to the corner shop just for 1 minute. I want to look great, even just for 1 minute. I mean, so if you have a business suit going on, I mean, just make sure you never buy business suits, but you just rent them. I mean, you rent suits today. I mean, you rent technology every single day. I mean, make sure you understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, focus on understanding that some people are going to be tough on you and they're going to be like, I have a woman, man. I have a woman. I mean, they're very tough. I mean, they're very tough boy. I understand that what's important is understanding that some people are just like that. I mean, other people are like, they walk like this to you. I mean, so make sure that I understand. I never want to look like that. So I just seen 2 reactions. I understand one individual has a coronavirus mask, but he's very tough on you. But if you come close to his girlfriend, I promise she's going to bash you. I mean, but he never wants your business card. So I understand straight away. I never want to look like that. I never want to look like that. I never want to be the other guy who's going, or is it sloppy like that? I never want to look like that. Thank you. I understand. I mean, other reactions such as, you can do like this to the person. I promise it looks excellent. I can do it like that. I promise it looks excellent, doesn't it? I promise it's really good. I promise I can put a thumbs up to the person like this. I promise that looks good, doesn't it? I promise any type of gesture, I can do like that. I look good, don't I? So make sure you understand that when you go and really make a gesture in front of people, promise it looks excellent. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that other people who never ever want to react to you, I you now, that is what I never want to do. I never want to react to you. I never ever want to do anything other than the word I. So when I look at somebody, I want to be able to be firmly concentrating on really reacting toward them in a way that I can see what they're doing. When I understand how the reactions are every single day, I'm always understanding that I want to look at my reactions more than other people. I'm focusing on my reactions more than other people's. I'm understanding that because I understand it's always about the word I. So I'm always understanding that I never ever want to go scratching myself all the time. I mean, I scratch my ass while I walk. I mean, I scratch my face. I mean, I scratch my toes while I walk. I mean, I scratch everything because then you look like a junkie. I mean, then you look like a drug addict. But I understand that everything is the word I. I understand, so I never ever go scratching myself while something is happening. I mean, so I'm always focusing on what I'm doing. I mean, so I'm making sure that when I do something to walk, I never wave my hand like this and walk like this, man. I never walk like that either. I mean, so I'm learning all the time, but when I also have an umbrella, I never go waving it at people while I'm walking. I mean, so when I have an umbrella, I just put it firmly on the top of my head, and it's the best way. I mean, so make sure you understand, I'm always learning from people. And why is it greater to have an umbrella on top of your head? Because that way, you're never going to hit a little child when you're walking. Or else, some people walk with an umbrella on the right side, and a little child maybe walking, and that poking the stick can go into or else it can go into the eye. I mean, the actual physical eye. I mean, and you can poke the eye out. I never ever want to poke people's eye out, so I put the umbrella on top of like this, and I make you use the eye. I make you use your word I. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that when I'm walking with my kids, I always want to be in front of the kid. I never want to be behind the kid either. I mean, when your kid's always leading you in the conversation, I mean, they're always walking in front of you. So whoever's walking in front of you is faster than you. I want to be faster than you, so I'm always walking in front of my kids. I'm making my kids and my family have to run for me. I mean, if my wife is 5 meters in front of me, it looks like when I walk behind her that I'm chasing her. I want my wife to chase me. I want my wife to chase me. I mean, I want to be 5 meters ahead of her. Now, if you're always leveling up and walking together in a level kind of manner, I promise you, then again, walk faster. I mean, what's even better is walking faster and being 5 meters ahead of your family, physically walking, and make them be so in fatigue to walk after you. Because that way you're showing more energy. And then you get a reaction, and you can see how fast your wife and kids are. I mean, you can see how depressing they are. I mean, if you're walking faster than me physically, then it means I have to better myself. I mean, when I look at a crowd, I want to be the one walking the fastest. I mean, I want to walk the fastest physically. I want to drive the fastest on the road. I mean, that's what Grant Cardone says, but I agree with that. I mean, I never ever want to be following other people in their way of driving behind them. I never want to go behind you when you're driving, and I never want to drive behind you. I want to drive ahead of you. I want to go. I mean, without speeding. I just want to overtake you. I mean, so that's the whole point of life. I mean, when I communicate, I want to overtake you in communication. I want to talk as fast as I can so that I understand I want to go and do as much as I can. I understand that for the past 6 days, I've done 20 hours of public speaking just in the tunnel over here. I mean, 20 hours of public speaking and more in 6 days. So I understand that's a victory. I thank you. I understand that what's amazing every single day is I have a business card. I'm understanding that everybody has to be careful. I understand, so when I'm driving a scooter, I'm making sure I'm always firmly with 2 hands on the scooter, because if you try to wave at me with one scooter on the hand in terms of one hand on the scooter, and just understand your hand's much more important than the scooter, but if you try to wave at me while you have one hand on the bike or scooter, then you go like this and you fall over because you're trying to focus on me while you're driving. I mean, focus on yourself and that's it. I mean, when you look at me, I mean, look at yourself even more. I mean, in a sense, so what's important is understanding that no matter what, that during the nighttime, I always wear a jacket. I always wear a jacket in the nighttime. I have learned something in the process of the nighttime around here, even in summer and even in winter and wherever day it is. I want to wear a jacket at the night times. I wear long pants in the night times. I mean, it can be jean pants or else it can be whatever pants it is. I mean, I just make sure to wear pants in the night time. I make sure to wear a nice, beautiful jumper that's a thin jumper underneath. So this one here is a jumper, but it's like a sloppy Joe type of jumper, but either way, it's a long sleeve shirt. I wear it underneath. I wear it underneath my jacket at the night times only. So I have a specific way to dress in the night time. I have a specific way to dress in the daytime. I have a specific way to dress in the snow. I mean, in a sense, so I'm understanding that I have a specific way to dress while I'm on my bed as well. I understand. So I have a specific way to dress up while I'm in the toilet having a shower. I mean, do you guys understand? So every single day, that when I go to the beach to have a swim, I have a specific way to dress up. I mean, do you guys understand? I mean, there's a specific way to dress up for every occasion. So if you go to the club, I mean, they may say dress casually. I mean, because that's a casual club. But if you dress professionally in a casual club, I'm pretty sure they'll let you in. I'm very sure though, if you look like a lads or a drug addicts type of bum bag, and you look like you have cigarettes and drugs, mate, I'm very sure they're never going to let you in, man, because it's a casual club. I mean, it's never a trackies club. I mean, it's a casual club. So wear some jeans and wear some jackets and look great. I mean, try to look as great as possible, is what I'm saying. So that's what the clubs are doing, and they're saying casual only, or they may say casual only, or they may say casual or better. I mean, so what's important is understanding that no matter what, that I'm always learning about the people around me and what's happening around the world. I'm understanding that no matter what I want to do daily, is I want to communicate daily, but I understand that every single day I can see every time who is sad and who is never sad. Because I understand that if you're walking alone, just agree with what's happening. Because I understand that no matter what, that I want to do a better job all the time. I want to make sure every single day to understand that I want to go and do much greater. So what's amazing about my life is I'm always cheerful. I'm cheerful about life. I'm working. I'd rather be doing this video than working for Pizza Hut. I'd rather be doing this video than working for McDonald's. I mean, do you understand? I'd rather do this video than work in a warehouse doing forklift driving. I'd rather do this video than do laboring. In terms of picking up pallets, I mean, do you understand? I'd rather do this video than do pickpacking at the warehouse. I'd rather do this video than any freaking 9-to-5 job out there. I mean, understand? So make sure you understand, I was driving vans, I was doing forklift driving, I was doing some apprenticeship with timber flooring, I was also doing towel cleaning, I was doing laundry towels over there. I mean, I was doing pickpacking, I was doing meat processing, I was doing processing with the machines. I was processing stuff with the warehouse. I was a laborer. I was picking up pallets. I was going around and just doing shit all in life. I understand. So now, today, I understand it's much more about communication. But when I see my friends and I see people around me that were in the past and I've seen them already, I understand most people never want to be a public speaker. I understand I'm getting ahead of the game. I'm really fast about public speaking, and I understand they never want to be a public speaker, but I want to be a public speaker. I understand that. I understand that what's amazing is I want to be a public speaker. So when I look at my friends who never want to be a public speaker, I'm understanding I'm more successful. I thank you. I understand. So when I understand that, I thank you, boss. I thank you. I realize now every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I realize that I always get some compliments sometimes, but I'm understanding something right now. I understand that no matter what, I am a public speaker. I understand that. But every single day, I still want to be a public speaker daily because I have something to say. I have my story to give. I mean, you guys understand, I hope that you have much more inspiration from me every single day because that's what I give. I understand that no matter what, you must understand that when I say something, I do it. I do something that I say all the time, but I'm doing something differently all the time. I'm never working per hour. I'm working for something greater than per hour. I understand? I mean, making sure every single day that no matter what, I'm learning something in the long process of life because life is long. So when I'm understanding on how to talk my music today, I have an organization process. So I have so much organizing to do. So sometimes I make 13 videos or 14 videos and 15 videos. And guess what I do? I upload all the videos together into my Mega Drive. And then guess what? I didn't have to upload 15 or 16 or 20 videos into YouTube. And it's all 1 minute each. I mean, guess what I do? I make sure I can do this as well. And I can go and combine the videos together and post it as one video. I mean, because sometimes I may over-deliver in my actual speech or whatever I do, and then I just upload it as little episodes up on nice and beautiful Mega Drive, but then everything else goes into 1 hour episode online. I understand when I do that daily, I understand that what's important is understanding that I save time, because otherwise I have to upload all these 1 minute videos, and it really gets to me. I mean, it really gets to my heart in a way that I understand my word I, and then I'll go understand something better than that. It never makes me angry is what I'm saying. I mean, nothing makes me angry. I never choose to be angry. So the other day, I realized a person was attacking me before, and he was trying to take away my phone from my public speaking gig over here. So what did I do? I went up to him. I said, give my phone over here. I mean, give my phone. I went for a little kick. I went to kick him, but then guess what? I said, I mean, just a little tap. I did tap him just a bit. I understand, but guess what? I never did meant to do that either. I understand, so make sure you understand that my phone is something that I want. I want my phone, so I went after it. So either way, understand that I can't smash him totally. I can't pull his head through the actual wall really quickly. I understand the guy's drunk too. I understand he's drunk. I understand he's a drug addict. I can really smash him. I can make him bleed, but I never want to do that either. I understand, so I went for a little kick, but guess what? I realized he let go of the phone and I just let him go. I understand, so otherwise, I realize for myself, personally, I keep chasing him all the way because I want my phone. I want my phone because I can do something on it. And now, if I make a 3-hour content such as this video, and then you try to steal my video from me because you're going to throw it in the bin, but I made a 3-hour video, mate. I mean, I'm going to get that phone off you no matter what you do. I mean, even if you point the gun at me, I'll go and grab my phone off you. I mean, understand? Because I'm never afraid, man. I'm never afraid. I die for my videos, man. I die for this video. I mean, if you try to steal it from me, I'll die for it. I promise you. I promise you. If you try to steal this video and throw it into the ocean to destroy it, I mean, be sure to destroy me altogether and be sure to kill me too. I mean, I come to your face and get it off you. I mean, understand? But if you destroy it, if you destroy it already, then guess what? I'll let it go. I mean, but before you destroy it, I try to get it off you. I try to get it off you fully. Because I understand something. I understand that's something I've done. That is my life. I die for my life. I die for my word I only. I understand every single day. I understand that no matter what. I understand that when I go and do something every single day in front of a crowd, I'm looking to understand every single day what's going on, but I understand I want to be much more inspirational daily, so I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to talk as long as I can in front of people, because what's important to me might never be important to you. But make sure you understand my habits and how I live my life. I try to delay gratification as much as possible. I try to delay food and drink as much as possible. I still understand that I never ate before I came here. I never ate before I came here. I understand that I was never trying to physically eat something or drink something before I came, intentionally. I mean, understand? So I had a soy milk and I said, hey, before I come to my public speaking events, I want to drink at least a soy milk to have a full tummy. But guess what? I said no. I said no. I just want to get to my public speaking program because my food and drink is this seminar right now. I mean, this is what I'm doing right now and this is what my food and drink is. I mean, if you understand food and drink is the Bible words. I promise you, it's all the words of dictionaries. I promise you, the more words you can say, the better your food and drink. I understand that. I understand wisdom is something that you need every single day. So I'm understanding that's what appropriate action is. So when you can go and do appropriate action instead of take appropriate actions, I mean, then you understand to invest your life much greater, and then you understand every single day that the world is for you if you are the word I only. I understand, but the word I is everything. I mean, you must understand that what's amazing is understand go to the word I and deliver. So understand now what's important is my music production career is just about to lift off, guys. I mean, make sure you understand that what's important for myself now is I made new actions toward my music production career. I understand most music producers are trying to be like Armin van Buuren. And now Armin van Buuren is somebody of a nice and beautiful music DJ, and he's actually great in his he's actually great in what he's doing. So I understand he goes and makes Us State of Trance, and you can go and check it out on the nice and beautiful YouTube channels, and go and check out Armin van Buuren. I understand although that what's amazing with this guy, I understand that he's very successful at what he does, and many people want to be him. I never want to be him though. I understand although that he creates a studio, and he has people in his studio. I never want that in my life. I never want to make a studio in terms of like Armin van Buuren does have. And then also Andrew Rayel also has a studio, but he has a different type of studio where he's alone in the studio. But Armin van Buuren has a studio that's never his house, but Andrew Rayel has his own house as a studio. Either way, I never want to do what they're doing. I understand. I never want to do what they're doing because I do something differently. Whereas my new studio and my music production is just this. I mean, this is how I do my music production. I go and make a 1 hour music set. I then make a 3-minute track that's instrumental from that music track. And then I can choose to also do some vocals from that music set of 1 hour that I did go and transpose into a 3-minute track and transpose it into a 4-minute track to make a vocal track. I mean, it can be 3 minutes or up to 4 minutes of my vocal tracks. It can be in between 3 minutes and 4 minutes. And now either way, that's that. But then I create a little mini mix, and it can be a little instrumental mix of 1.5 in terms of 1 minute and 30 seconds of instrumental from that 3-piece of minute music of instrumentals, or it can be a vocal track that's 1 minute and 3 in terms of 1 minute and 30 seconds from the 4-minute track, for example. I mean, it's around that. I understand, although what's amazing is now, since you understand how I progress in music, I use my 1 hour set in nightclubs. I play it at nightclubs and festivals. I play my 1 hour sets. I play it as my radio show as well. And that's it. I mean, there's none of me DJing in front of a video for you. I mean, in a sense, so Ali and Fila and Andrew Rayel and a lot of these DJs like Above and Beyond and Armin van Buuren all DJ in front of you in terms of the video in the studios or in the house. But if I DJ in front of you, then I'm going to show you my broadcast of a night event somewhere around the world where I get a personal cameraman and they stand at the back and I get another one and I get another one, and then I have 3 camera shots at me while I'm actually DJing on the actual stage. And then that goes on YouTube. And that's my actual DJ event. I understand, so that's what I agree with. And now Armin van Buuren's already doing that. So when he goes into his events on State of Trance, I mean, all the cameras are all at him. And people, I mean, you can see people there. I mean, you can see whatever you want. I mean, all the cameras are shooting him while he's DJing. I mean, that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing that, but I'm also doing these radio shows that are just 1 hour. But my voice is never on it. I mean, my voice is never on it, but it's like, Who's Afraid of 137? And that's my EP program, because all my music is just 137, and I just promote 137 in a live. I mean, and why is it 137? Because Armin van Buuren has a nice, beautiful show that's Who's Afraid of 138, but I just go 137. That's how I get the idea. But I understand, since I'm a trance DJ all around the world, I understand that what's important is I have to learn melodies. So now, when I learn melodies and how to make melodies, then I can make trance music. I did start off making techno music. Thank you very much. I need you to grab my business card over here. I need you to grab my business card, and then I can give you this one. I understand, although every single day, sometimes what's important is to understand that sometimes people want to do this to you, but I say, hey, come and get my business card before I do it. So every single day, what's important is to understand this. Every single day, what I need to do daily is focus upon understanding that no matter what, I'm loving my life all the time. And then I'm making sure they understand that now, since I can do trance music, come and listen to my melodies, because my music is melody based. But for example, every single time that when you understand, for example, some other producers in terms of life, you can understand that they also do melodies, but they do more percussion than melodies. So they go in terms of kick and notes, and kick and note, and kick and notes. That's more of a percussional way of life. And yes, it has a melody, but it's just 1-note melody. But my melodies are 7th notes. Thank you. I realize that what's important every single day is understanding that no matter what, I'm understanding every single day how to talk. I'm understanding that no matter what I want to do in daily life is understanding how to really promote myself all the time. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I have to be direct with people when they want to be direct with me. But understanding every single day that no matter what, that sometimes I get this look from a woman and then she just wants to be with me. I understand either way that what's important is understand this, that they never want to pick up your business card, but they give you this look like they want to be with you. Probably they're honest with you, but they're just unaware. I approach now every single day that what's important in your life must be something simple. I realize you must be simple about what you're doing in your music production and also in life. So I'm always transgression in the way of life, where I understand that I'm transgression in the way of better only. What is transgression in terms of just that word? First, you just label it something better. In a sense, so make sure you understand that you're labeling words better. So if you never understand how to use a word, say any word that you want to pronounce, and then go and say that word and say, I am that word for the better. In a sense, so if you say asshole, then say, I'm an asshole for the better. I mean, now you understand what asshole is. I mean, it's something for the better. I mean, do you understand? And that's positive content. I mean, that's positive knowledge every single day. So we're focusing on understanding that, for example, when you have a nice and beautiful microphone with a cable, I mean, try to extend it as much as you can this way, and then put it on the floor, but try to extend it this way and try to stand somewhere around here, for example, and understanding in the way that what's important when you do this is the cable never goes together, and it's always split the cable from the actual way of tangling it. So you never want to tangle your cables, but you want to make sure that the cable is as furthest away from the tangle points. So make sure you understand that when you have a cable that's always straight, I promise you then it's never going to tangle. So that's why you go this way and you untangle it as much as you can. I mean, untangle it this way and then come back here and understand we're always in the word I, and I never come back here, I come back into the word I. I mean, understand, because the word I is here. I understand now. I understand that since I actually communicate much better today, I understand that what's important is understanding how you're doing that. I approach now, if you're doing it in a better way, approach then you understand that. I approach now every single day that what's important is understanding that now, since you understand how to make music, is what? I mean, music is actually just melodies, and then we're understanding that the techno tracks are just percussion. And now we have to understand the software. So the way to understand any type of software or technology out there, and this is all life coaching, but I understand that either way, that when you understand software and technology, I mean, go and write about it. I mean, write so much about it and teach people about that software. Approach now, that way you're going to learn it. So when you look at Seamless, I mean, Seamless is a music producer, but this guy does everything with FL Studio, man. Approach now, he creates all these courses on FL Studio and has 140,000 people watching him. I mean, understand, because he's teaching people about how he makes music and how he uses the software, and that's it. I mean, if you can understand that, is his passion. And now my passion is how to live coach in front of people. I mean, what am I doing here? I mean, understand, my passion is everything. I mean, you must understand that when I go and do something now around melodies, I make sure you understand what the difference is between those people who make music that's techno music, 1 note melody, or trance music, 7 notes melodies with techno. Now, when you have 7 notes playing at the same time with techno, or 1 note with techno percussion. I mean, I have percussion too. I mean, I have 7 notes playing at the same time with 7 melodies and 7 notes with melodies and actual melodies that make sense with techno, boom, 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 and percussion. Or the other guys are going to make percussion with boom, 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 boom. I mean, that's what they're going to make, and they're going to put a vocal on it, and they're going to make that dev track. I mean, in the sense of what's important is understanding. I have a nice and beautiful business card over here. I'm understanding all the time. I'm always learning and growing. I'm understanding that what's important to me, I sell it for free. I say every single day, I'm always understanding that what's important is understanding that no matter what, I'm loving life. I'm always selling myself for free. I thank you. I'm understanding I always get some good remarks when I understand that I'm a good remark in life. I'm understanding that. I'm understanding I'm just the word I understand that either way, that what's important for me tonight is I'm making my legacy come true today. I have something to do on YouTube today. I have something to do on social media. I have something that I can show you today what I'm doing all the time. I understand that every single day I'm always focusing on something I love to do. So I'm focusing on how to really lift myself in the process. I'm understanding that when I look at people and I'm understanding every single day how to talk with them all day long, I understand that no matter what, I always want to focus upon a better life. So I'm understanding how I get these looks from people, and I understand that they're showing me love in their devotion. I understand, although, that it's usually coming from the woman. I mean, you must understand that from the 2 million people that I've seen in Brisbane, I'm pretty sure 1 gay person was giving me that look that a woman does. I mean, do you understand? So you must understand that's the kind of unusual aspect, but I understand either way that it's everything also. I mean, you must understand, I'm just the word I, I'm never gay though. I mean, I understand that what's important is that I'm understanding that I'm always giving something for nothing. I'm making sure that I always focus upon understanding, and I'm understanding how to lift myself. I understand every single day, I'm focusing on loving myself all day long, but I'm understanding that if you want to go into life, and you want to go and do something that is really, really inspirational, I mean, come and do a busking performance in front of people and do it. I mean, do your performances in front of people. So I'm understanding that either way, I want to make sure that my nice and beautiful portable speaker is happening right here. I want to make sure that I do have enough battery and I have 52%. I understand that either way, my portable speaker is gone with battery. I understand, so make sure you're charging your technology before you come here. So I understand that if anything happens and you may have 30% battery and you have no portable charger battery left and you have to do your 3-hour performance in front of a video, but you only have 30% battery, for sure that's a disaster. I understand, so make sure you understand that you always charge up. So I can come here to Brisbane and I can use time as my leverage. So what can I do is, if I come here at 6 o'clock, but there's no battery in my phones and technology, then I charge my technology for 3 hours, and then I come here at 9 p.m. Or I come here at 12 a.m. I come here at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. I come here and I leverage the whole time that I have to go and charge my technology, because I still have lights over here the whole night in Brisbane City. So what's important every single day is focusing on a better life for yourself. I understand that every single day you must focus on loving yourself and other people to focus on life itself. I can chase you. I can chase you. I promise you. I'm recording something here for Jesus Christ. I'll chase all of you. I understand, but I never want to trouble you. But what's amazing is I'm recording myself here, so I chase you straight away for the phone. I understand that. I understand. That's how I am. I promise you. I have something I'm recording here, so I just want you to walk away. I promise you. That's how it is. I never want to fight. I understand that I never need to chase you now, but I understand that I chase you if you get my phone. I promise you. I understand, but just never do that to people. I mean, just never do that, please. I mean, you understand? I chase you for it. I chase you for it. I promise you. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die. I understand that every single day, focus on understanding either way, that I'm ready to die here. I'm ready to die for my phone. I'm ready to die either way. I understand every single day that what's important is understand to never ever try to grab someone's technology, just like what was happening here. So I had some people here trying to grab my technology here. I understand, so every single day, it just never looks good. I mean, in a sense, so if you're trying to take someone's kid from them or something like that, I mean, you're trying to take something from somebody. I mean, never try to look like that type of individual. I mean, never try to look shifty, like you're going to try to steal something from me. I mean, in a sense, because then I have to run after you. I have to run after you. I mean, in a sense, so I never ever want to fight, but I understand that what's important is realize this, that you never ever try to do that to me. I mean, never ever try to be these kids who are trying to steal technology, because I will come and grab my phone so I can do something with you. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that that's the type of individual I am, because I never want to cause violence. I mean, am I trying to cause violence to people? Perhaps some kid comes here trying to steal my phone, or trying to act like it. I mean, trying to act like they're stealing my phone and trying to give me a heart attack. I mean, in a sense, so either way, I mean, never try to give people a heart attack is what I'm saying. So if you try to give me a heart attack, I promise you now, either way, you'll never be able to give me a heart attack. But I understand either way that what's important is understanding how to talk. So I'm always understanding that what's important is understand this, that those people, I thank you. I understand that no matter what, that those people may come back. I realize now, since they come back, I promise you now, either way, I'm going to be much more aware of these people now. So what I need to do is I need to cover up my phone, and I need to protect my phone in a way to understand that no matter what happens, I'll let it be here, I let my phone be. I plan already the situation. I'm understanding that those people are going to come this way again, because whatever happens, I understand there are 5 people who have 17 years of age and 16 years of age, and they're smoking ice and they're holding VB and alcohol in their hands, so they give a lot of people trouble like that. I understand, although I never want to fight, I understand, although that if it gets to that point, I promise you either way, I'm going to try get my technology only, and that's it. I promise you now, every single day, I promise you now, I just make sure that no matter what, I never do it for the phone. I never do it for anything of that. I do it for the information that I just gave. I mean, never try to steal my phone, because I gave 3 hours of information in that phone today. I promise you, that's something I die for. I mean, every single day I'm focusing on keeping my cool. I'm cool, aren't I? I'm understanding, although, that I'm never trying to chase those kids. I'm never trying to cause them violence, but never try to come here and steal my technology, man. I mean, I chase you. I mean, I can pound through you, I can smash you, and I can smash your father and your sister and your daughter. I mean, I can, but I never want to do that. I mean, so make sure you understand that no matter how many of you may have a knife, I mean, I make sure that I pound through you. I can pound through you really quickly. But I understand that what's important is I never try to fight in the first place. I understand, I never tried to fight, I just tried to understand to grow myself. I mean, in a sense, so that's what I have over here at Busking Performances, and it's just really, really, let's say, a nice way to say that everything is my word, I understand that either way that Jesus says, let them, because I understand I have to let them. I have to let them be the way they are. But when a kid's trying to do that to you, and he's trying to grab your phone, I mean, fuck. I mean, what are you doing, man? I mean, what are you doing that for? I mean, never do that, please. I mean, never try to scare people like that. I mean, you're never scaring me. I mean, you're giving me adrenaline, man. I mean, you're giving me adrenaline. I mean, it's adrenaline in a way that I have to fight you for it. I have to start actually getting your actual head so I can get my phone back. I mean, why do you want to put me into a violent situation? I mean, in a sense, never ever try to do that to me. I mean, in a sense, I mean, never try to give me adrenaline, man. I mean, never try to scare me. I mean, never try to hit me, man. I mean, never try to hit me. I mean, never try to hit me. I mean, just walk away. I mean, never try to cause me trouble around here. I never want trouble from you. I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, every single day, I understand that if you cause people trouble, then you go to jail. I never want you in jail. I mean, that's the thing. So understand that what's important is every single day lifting yourself and other people, and then understanding that no matter what, that yes, it's technology. I never care about the technology, man. I mean, steal my technology, but you'll never steal my content that I just made, man. I made 3 hours of content. I mean, 3 hours of actual information in that phone today. I stood here for 3 hours making that information, and you're never going to steal that from me. I mean, I never care about the phone. I mean, take the phone from me, but you'll never steal my information from the phone. I mean, you understand? I die for it. I die for the information. I mean, never ever try to ridicule me, mate. I mean, I focus on understanding that no matter what, that nobody can cause me trouble anymore. I'm focusing on loving my life. I'm focusing on completely just being like this. I mean, there are people who just want to steal content like that, but guess what? I'm focusing on understanding that. I understand either way that everything is the word I. I'm understanding either way that when I really, really get into it, I want to just dwell to understand, to teach you something about life. I want to teach you that when you progress throughout life, I mean, understand that's my reason in life. I understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, how does Jesus feel at 33 to die the way he does is the best way. But let's say somebody try to kill him at 14 years of age so that he never completes his story, man. Approaching now, Jesus is going to do what? I mean, let's say Jesus dies at 33, which is it. I mean, that is what is. But let's say somebody tries to kill Jesus at 8 years of age. I mean, how's that? I mean, where's the story of the Bible in now? I mean, where's the story of the Bible? I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, never try to kill me at 8 years of age when I have to die at 33 like Jesus Christ. I understand? But I never have to die like Jesus Christ. I understand? I never die. I never die at 33. I understand? So make sure you understand I'm always living on. I'm always in eternity. But that's how I feel, man. I mean, if somebody's trying to take my content away from me, it's like somebody killing Jesus Christ at 8 years of age, man. I realize when he's 8 years of age, and without even completing the Bible, man. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, it's like robbing me of something, man. I understand? I mean, that's how Jesus understands me now. I understand? I mean, I understand that no matter what, I realize every single day, I just focus on loving my life now. I mean, when other people are trying to control you and they're trying to tell you what to do, I mean, either way, that you just understand this, that if you're going to go that way, then go and really, really go all out. I mean, just really, really understand that if you understand that you can be violent, totally, with those people who try to do that to you. Because I stand up for that. I stand up for that then. I mean, never try to kill me. I mean, never try to kill me. I mean, every single day, understand either way, I just support myself here. I support myself. Because I'm just ready to leave then. I'm ready to leave this stupid world if you try to take my information from me. That's it. I mean, every single day, I understand that no matter what, that it's just the way it is. I mean, I understand that I have infinite knowledge in Jesus Christ anyway. I've lost nothing. I've lost nothing. I understand that. I've lost nothing in giving you this information. I mean, if you steal my information, first Jesus Christ has done the information already. But has Jesus Christ done this information though? I mean, has Jesus Christ done Danny Milivojevic information with Danny Milivojevic if you steal his content? I mean, if you steal this video from me and then you chuck it in the bin and you destroy it, I mean, what's Jesus Christ going to say about you? I mean, Jesus Christ is going to say, I agree. I mean, then you never have this video, but then God's going to say, I have it in eternity anyway. I mean, so make sure you understand that no matter what, or else that what's amazing is understand that it's just never going to be in this lifetime then. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that I want to go and do the best I can every single day to focus on doing something greater, because I matter, man. I matter. I mean, in a sense, I mean, it's like going to Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ has a Bible here, and it's his only Bible, man. I mean, that's the only Bible that he's written in his life. And just one book. I mean, he's yet to print more books. And you're trying to steal in that book. I mean, understand? I mean, that's how I felt. I mean, every single day that if you go and really, really dwell, I mean, come and get this verse and I'll do that. I mean, get this verse and I'll do that. I mean, if you help me, I'll help you. I mean, grab one of these so I can help you, and then I help you with this one too. I thank you. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you. I realize now every single day, focus on understanding that what's amazing is have a great life for yourself in a way that you understand how to prosper, and then focus on giving your business cards every single day. I mean, focus on understanding that people are just unaware, but when you act like you want to steal people's content, or when you act like you want to steal people's stuff from them, or steal their technology or whatever they have, then you actually look like a thief or a murderer. I promise you. I promise you. It's actually just be nicer and just walk away if you never want what I'm giving. I promise you, that's it. I'm always giving something though. I'm giving something. I'm always understanding that other people are never giving me nothing. I'm giving something. I'm understanding that. I'm just rich for giving. So I'm understanding that what's amazing is everybody is giving me a reaction though. I mean, everybody's giving me a reaction. I'm just giving a business card though. I'm giving them a reaction as well, but I'm giving a business card. I want your business card. I want to follow you on Facebook. I want to follow you on YouTube. Understand that if you have a business card, then you can give me one. I understand that what's amazing every single day is I'm focusing on understanding that what's amazing is I'm learning how to grow myself. So I'm always developing myself in different ways. I'm understanding that I want to go and do better. So when I do better, I'm always focusing on understanding that no matter what you're doing, just focus on understanding that Jesus Christ says, hey, I mean, just let it go. I mean, let it go and just say, I agree. I mean, I agree with what's happening around the world. I agree all the time. I agree with what's happening with her and him and Jesus Christ and eternity and life. I mean, just agree with her. And then you can actually pronounce yourself better. And then you can actually learn how to grow much better. And then you can go different ways of thinking and different ways of doing every single day. So when I become direct every single time with people, I understand that what's important is try to never ever speak to people who are trying to steal your content. I mean, never ever try to steal anything, but never try to talk to people who are trying to be direct with you, who are trying to steal something from you. Now, if you understand that, now I never die. I never die for anything, but I understand I know my word I here. I understand although every single day I understand that no matter what, now I just go and stand much more now. I'm understanding either way. I'm understanding that what's important is focus on understanding that I've just done a level up over here. I've done something even greater. So what I've done right now is I'm learning how to strategize around different people now to understand that now I'm understanding how to even get much better now. I mean, that's what I feel. I mean, that's how I am. I understand that what's important in my life is understanding how to really be a blessing towards you every single day. So I'm understanding all the time. I do have a business card here. I'm understanding that it's something that you need. I understand. I have no worries. I thank you very much then. I understand every single day I'm always just here. I'm just understanding to go and really, really lead people. I'm preaching about everything. I'm preaching everything. I preach about everything. I understand that Satan is something that is Jesus Christ. I promise you now, that's what I believe. I promise you now, every single day, I understand God is everything. I promise you now, every single day, understand that no matter what, I realize now, for example, every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what, that if you go and speak about something that is life, then relate it to Jesus Christ all the time. Because that way you're going to understand that no matter what you're doing in daily life, I promise you, you must understand that's how I live my life. I live my life to the best of my ability. I stand with Jesus Christ. But if you just talk about Satan, then where's Jesus Christ? I mean, in a sense, so talk about Satan is Jesus Christ. And now we're just going to talk about Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what I believe. Now, everybody's different though. I mean, everybody's different with how they believe about life. But what's important is understanding on how you can talk and talk better around you right now. I'm understanding that no matter what, I understand that I just go and really pronounce it every single day, that I can understand how to go and really do better with myself all day long. Because I do believe in a better world. I mean, you must be a believer of a better world all the time. So regardless of what's going on, understand, just be something much greater for yourself. So I'm always focusing on loving my life. I'm understanding that I never cause trouble to anybody, but I'm understanding that what I do every single day is a focus on a greater life for myself, and that's it. I'm understanding I'm just nice and here. I'm never trying to steal anything from you today. I understand that what's important is understanding that no matter what, I'm understanding how to live my life. I'm understanding that what's important right now is I'm understanding either way. I'm just really nice. I know. I'm just very nice. So some people are just going to say, shut your mouth, bro. I understand, but guess what? I never shut my mouth. I mean, you have to shut me up with a gun or something to shut my mouth. So a little 15-year young kid is telling me to shut the fuck up. I understand that guy is going to go to prison very soon, mate. I understand straight away, either way. I understand either way that nothing can get to me. I mean, nothing can get to me. I understand either way, I understand that no matter what, I'm just nice. I mean, those are the guys that were trying to, let's say, steal my stuff. I understand, so either way, I promise you, they are going to get karma. Karma's a bitch. I promise you. I promise you now, every single day, I understand that when I become so successful, even more than you, I understand karma's a bitch. I promise you, that's how it is. I mean, in a sense, so make sure I understand that no matter what I do, I promise you now, if you try to shut me up, get a gun, please. Get a gun, because I'm never going to shut up, man. In a sense, so make sure I understand that no matter what, that if somebody's trying to control you, if they're trying to control you really, then try to leave this world as soon as possible, man. In a sense, so if you're really trying to steal all my information from me and trying to destroy it, then fucking destroy me too. Understand? I promise you, that's it. I promise you, that's how I feel. In a sense, so that's how it is. So I'm focusing on understanding that if humanity did kill Jesus Christ before he did complete the Bible, I promise you now, forget this world. Understand? Either way, I'm understanding that. I'm understanding either way, you must understand, forget this world. There's something better. Just level up. Just go and do something else. I want to stand here. I never ever want to do anything other than just I want to be able to live my life in peace. In a sense, so I have to do what I have to do sometimes to even understand, to be at busking performances like this, to look at drug addicts. I have to look at drug addicts. Do you understand? Who are going to try to steal my stuff. I understand that nobody's going to try to steal my stuff, but I understand either way that what's important is I have to be here and I have to agree with them. I have to agree with drug addicts, man. I have to agree with this world. I have to agree that they want to cause me violence. I have to agree with that. I have to do what I have to do to succeed, because eventually I get away from this spot. I get away from this scenery. Because everybody's moving around the world as fast as possible, and understand either way, everybody's trying their best right now. I understand that if somebody's trying to cause you violence, I promise you they're trying to live life the best that they can. I promise you, I understand it never makes common sense, man. I understand that, but for them it does. For them it does make common sense to steal your phone, man. I understand it does. In their heart, I promise you, they really solely believe that they want to steal your phone, man. Understand? It makes common sense for them. It makes common sense for them to get a gun in life and to shoot you. It just makes sense. With their eyes. In your eyes, no. But in their eyes, it does. Understand? Because why? Just agree with it. That's it. They understand because why? Understand because why? Understand it's because of how they're living life. They chose to live that life. So why are you around that scenery for in the first place? Why are you here? I'm here to spread out the Bible and information here, and that's it. Never complain then. Never complain what you're meant to do. I understand, although I'm here doing my work, aren't I? I'm never trying to cause you violence. I'm understanding that I say it to your face, I'm never trying to steal from you, man. Understand? So that's it. Now, if you understand that no matter what I do every single day, is I understand that no matter what, I never destroy my video. I understand I never ever go to a busking performer trying to steal their content while they're doing a performance, man. I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, focus on understanding that is the kind of people I have to go with, in terms of I have to grow up with. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that Jesus has to grow up with people who just kill him. I mean, that's even far worse than this. I mean, in a sense, so focus on understanding that when you're talking in front of people, I mean, never be afraid of anybody, but just go and really, really understand that no matter what, that you have to go and really, really pronounce yourself much better. But understand if people do attack you, and if they do attack you, I mean, let them attack you. But understand this, that you must die for you. I mean, you must die for the word I. I mean, never die for the word you. I mean, die for the word I. I mean, understand? I mean, die for the word I, because that's how Jesus dies for I. I mean, if you're really, really happy to leave this world, then do whatever it takes to just die for the word I, and that's it. I mean, you get what you want, and that's it. I mean, in a sense, so go and focus on your life, and that's how it is. I mean, you can really, really push people to leave this world much sooner. I promise you can. I promise you can just say something really, really honest and truthful in this world, and I promise you somebody will come and shoot you. I promise you. I promise you, it's like that. I promise you, the more honest you are in front of people, the more they want to shoot you, really. I promise you, that's how it is. I promise you, the same thing it was in Jesus Christ's world is the same here now. I promise you, people hate the truth. I promise you. I promise you, understand I speak the truth all day long. I'm never afraid of you. I'm understanding that no matter what, I understand that either way, I'm living my life to the process. I understand? I understand when I go and really, really love my life all day long, I'm understanding how to talk to people. I'm understanding I do have a voice, I do have something to say all day long, but I understand when some fucking idiot's doing this, I understand they're fucking, I mean, go and chop off your head too. I mean, never chop off your head though. I mean, they can chop off their heads because they're looking like this. I mean, they're looking like they want to chop off their head as well. I understand, so make sure you understand, I never want anybody to chop off their head. I mean, just make sure every single day that what's important is love your life and go and really, really understand that nothing can offend you in this life. I mean, no words, no person, and no entity can offend you. I just agree with everything. I just lift myself from this world. I just try to go as fast as possible into eternity. I mean, that's it. I try to leave this world right now because I understand that this world never makes me happier. I promise you. I promise you, this world is nothing comparing it to what Jesus Christ can offer I promise you now, I understand that. I promise you now, all I do now is I just lift my words. I lift my words regardless. I'm understanding I want to do a better job all the time. So when you understand how to do a better job in front of people, it's really, really become a public speaker as soon as possible. I mean, you must agree with that. I mean, you must agree. I promise you. This is very important right here. I mean, make sure you understand that what's important daily is understand that you must agree with public speakers. I mean, what kind of stupid individual are you then? I mean, understand? Because nobody's stupid. I mean, every single day, focus on agreeing with public speakers. I mean, agree, because otherwise, people are stupid, aren't they? I mean, do you understand? Because it's just fucking words, isn't it? I mean, that's all it is. I mean, never be jealous of anything. I can get fucking real. I can be fucking real with you. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that's how it is in our life. I mean, some people fucking hate you so much that they want to fucking shoot you because you said fucking one word in this lifetime. I mean, fucking get me then. I mean, come and get me. I mean, that's how it is, isn't it? I mean, come and get me then. I'm here to improve my life, man. I'm never here to kill your family. I mean, understand? I love it. I'm ready to leave them. I'm ready to fuck off this world from my life. I mean, go have sex with your daughters. I never care about this world. I care about something greater. I mean, there's something greater than this world, Jesus Christ said. So I'm caring for that world much more than this one. I understand now, I never hate anything though. I'm understanding that no matter what, I love everything. I'm making sure I'm always loving this life because nobody can take my love away from me, I promise you. I promise you, every single day, I have so much love to give. But if you want to end my life early, then guess what? I mean, this world misses out on Danny Milivojevic. I promise you. I have nothing to lose, man. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm understanding every single day, I'm just real. I'm real as can be. But when you can be real with yourself and other people, then you can understand eternity. I mean, you understand? I mean, you can understand every single day how to grow with yourself and how to be alone on the street like this. I mean, imagine how I feel. I mean, just 3 hours a day for 6 hours every single day, just performing on the street alone, mate. I mean, imagine how it feels. I mean, in a sense, so I'm just getting stronger. I'm just becoming stronger than all of you. I'm becoming stronger. I mean, in a sense, so it's worth it. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, I have to fucking do this. I have to do this so I can grow, and that's it. I mean, there's no excuses, but I understand every single day. When I grow, every single day, I shall understand the glory of God. I understand that this is the growth process right here. I have to do this, man. I mean, if I understand that somebody may shoot me, I understand that. I mean, it can happen. I understand that. I just understand the word I only. I just know the word I only. I know nothing else except the word I, because everything is the word I. But if you know really that somebody's going to shoot you, I promise you it's because it is. I mean, never ever know that somebody's going to shoot you. I mean, never know that. I mean, never know that your parents are going to kill you. I mean, never know that she's cheating on you. I mean, never know that he or she is cheating on you. Because if you know that, then it is. I promise you, then it's true. I promise you, all you know in life is the word I. I just know the word I in this lifetime. I promise you now, nobody's cheating on me. I mean, nobody's trying to kill me. I just know the word I. I promise you, that's how I understand how to live greater. But understand that what's important is understanding that no matter what, you have to keep speaking on eventually. And you must agree and agree and agree and agree. I thank you, boss. I thank you very much. I thank you. I mean, come and get my business card. I want to give you so much more. I want to give you so much more than what you gave me, brother. I have so much more information that I want to give you. I thank you, boss. I thank you very much, boss. I thank you. I say this individual over here is the first one to give me $10 out of 2 million people. I thank you very much. I'm saying that either way, the what's important is understanding. I mean, that's $10. I mean, they're saying, but either way, I thank him. I understand that is very much attractive to me to give me some money. I promise you, that's very attractive when you can go and give some money to somebody. But if you can just give me a business card instead, I mean, that's even more valuable for me than $10. I promise you. I promise you, if you can give me a business card, then I can see your business and I can understand you have 10,000 hours of videos for me. I mean, that's more than $10. I understand when you have 10,000 hours of videos to teach me something, I mean, that's more than $10 for me. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I just go and give my business card to everybody, and it's more than $10. I give you 800 hours or more videos. I mean, that's all courses, teaching stuff about something. So if you want to learn a great attitude, it's giving. I mean, look at that guy. I mean, that's a perfect example of a greatness type of individual who just comes and gives you $10, man. I mean, in a sense, but then I say, hey, I'll give you far more. I want to give you, man. I want to give you far more than that. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that I never limit myself to $10. I appreciate it, but I understand I want to give you more than that. I deserve more than $10. I understand I get $10. I deserve more than $10, man. I deserve millions of dollars and more. I deserve eternity. I deserve forever with Jesus Christ. I mean, that's more than money. I mean, how much money is going to get you into eternity? I promise you, zero. I promise you, zero amount of money is going to get you into eternity. I mean, do you understand that? I mean, there's no price that you can put in this planet to get yourself in eternity. I mean, what does that say? I mean, it says communicational skills. I mean, Jesus Christ came here without money. I mean, Jesus Christ came here teaching people words. And that's what gets you into eternity. I promise you, if you can preach words around here, and you can preach words much more, then you get yourself into eternity. But if you understand that you are somebody who never can preach those words, then you are unaware of what you're doing. Because anybody who preaches more words can go into eternity. I mean, you understand? But anybody who never tries to preach more words, but because they're unaware of it, also goes to eternity. And it's so simple. I understand that what's important daily is understanding every single day to focus on understanding on how to grow yourself daily. So focus on understanding that what you need to do is focus on yourself. I always love myself so much that I'm always on guard. I'm on guard for somebody who may grab my telephone because I want to run at them. I want to run at you if you grab my telephone. I want to run at you. I understand that either way, that what's important is understand that. Understand? So I have to understand. I see people holding Jack Daniels or beer, and they look like drug addicts, man. I have to prepare. Thank you very much, boss. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys are the only ones from the 2 million people I've seen around Brisbane that have given me $15 together. I thank you, boss. I thank you, guys. I say thank you, you guys. I understand either way that when you say that, or else it's say thank you with you guys. In terms of I thank you, I understand you guys. Now I understand I just have to go back into that communicational skills. So what's important is understand that's something of generosity. So when you're giving, that's kind of them to give. I promise you, it's so nice and beautiful. I promise you. Now, it makes me feel like I have family around here when somebody wants to just give me their $5 or $10. I understand. So make sure you understand every single day that when you go and really, really pronounce them, when you want to give $1,000 or $5 to somebody and they're recording a video, to just go and really, really announce your personal Instagram or YouTube file on actual, let's say, the Instagram, or ask me to actually tag you into my YouTube video as well. Ask them. Ask people who you give money to promote you on their actual videos. That's an advertising program. So what they can do is if they have, let's say, a business that's on the side somewhere that I can promote them with, then they have to ask me to deliver their Instagrams on my YouTube channel. But if they just ask me for free, I do it. I do it for free. Without the money. If any of these people come up to me and say, hey, I want you to promote me on your advertisement of your video in a way that you put your link in my video, in a way that I show you their link, or they show your link on their video, and the description of the video says your actual Instagram name, I promise you, if you just ask me for free, I'll do it. So ask people for free to do that for you. Ask people for free to promote you, and just keep asking, and other people are going to say no, and other people will say yes. But you have to keep asking. Ask and you shall receive, because if you ask for it, then you deserve it. I just understand that for myself personally, I just go put myself in front of people as much as I can. I promise you, I have no offense to asking. I'm understanding every single day when I ask, I shall receive. I promise you. Now, what's amazing is you can ask for whatever you want. So those people who have kids are the ones who are asking for it. They say pray and you shall receive it. They really mean ask and you shall receive. But understand that the more you pray, the more you also achieve. But when I'm praying, I'm just talking more. My prayer is this video. My prayer and the way I pray to God is the way I do it in this video. What's my prayer? My prayer is what I've been doing at busking performances and my way of life. My whole schedule is my prayer around what I do. So I'm understanding either way that you guys have my business card here. I'm understanding every single day how to grow myself and how to grow myself in front of people. But I feel the Bible of Jesus Christ with me right now. And I have the Bible right here, but I'm feeling powerful. I feel powerful in that communicational skill. So if you understand that you're going to grow and you're going to mature very quickly in front of people when you're busking performances. And when you're doing busking performances, then you're increasing your skill really quickly to do what? You're doing live performances eventually in front of people and you're charging them. In a sense, I'm doing it for free here. But busking, I always do for free. When you see me in your area at an ANZ stadium or some big stadium around town, in your town, I'm pretty sure when you see me coming around town somewhere, I'm pretty sure that's a pay-per-view. That's what they call it. You have to pay to see me. In a way, you have to give me something to see me. Because I came in the area to give you something. So you have to give me too. Because I'm asking for it. So here, I'm asking just for you to follow me. I'm just asking for you to just read what I have to say for free. But when I come to a live event around you, and because I've given you so many ideas, I want you to come and give me something in terms of what I ask for in money, eventually. Because I'm donating free information over here, so I deserve it. I deserve all the money in the world. But if you are never ever preparing yourself to give to me any type of money, it's because you'll never ever see me live face to face. In a sense, so that's it. You understand? So make sure you understand to open up all the giving of your life. Open up as much as you can give in your life, and then all I have to give you is more information. I give you more information. I give you more music. I give you more money. what do you want to give in life? I mean, you can either give your heart in terms of information, or the music you make, or the money, or your clothing, or you can give your time. I mean, you can give your time to somebody. I mean, she's giving you your time. I mean, you're giving her. I mean, you're giving her the time of life. I mean, you must understand that what's important is to understand this, that she is giving him time, and he is giving her time. So understand either way. I have to understand that right now. Understand that's how you say it. I mean, that's exactly how it is. I mean, she is giving him time, and he is giving her time, and they're grandmother and grandchild. I mean, they're giving each other time. So your time is valuable when you give it. I mean, if I hang around with you all day, I'm giving you value, aren't I? I'm giving you my time. They're saying, your time is an investment. I mean, your money is an investment. I mean, your communicational words is an investment. I mean, your actual music that you make is an investment. I mean, maybe you're a photographer. I mean, the more photography you make, the more value you're driving into the market, and you're giving something. So try to go around and do something that you can give. I mean, what can you give of yourself today? I mean, do it on a microphone as fast as possible, and then start charging for it eventually. I charge for this eventually. I'm charging for this eventually. So I understand that what's important is understanding how to really back yourself up in what you're doing. So if you're a fashion model, I'm a fashion model, so check it out. I give you fashion modeling ideas and tips on how to fashion model. I mean, this is a fashion model right here. I mean, in the sense, so I've always dreamt of being a fashion model. I've always dreamt. I was 113 kilos like this. I was so fat. I was so obese. I understand like this. I understand that either way, that what's important is understand now I promote myself even better. I'm understanding I'm in front of people, I'm delivering content all day, and I always have something to give people. I'm always understanding I have something to give. But when I'm talking to people now, I'm always indirect with them until they're direct with me. I mean, what do I mean? I mean, when I talk to you directly, I speak to you really. And I never speak to anybody else in that seminar of 1,000 people but you. And that's direct. But that's what I do with them. And now what I do with them is I go indirect and I just speak like this to everybody at one time, which is what Tony Robbins says as broad way of communication. And now the broad way of communication is just speak as much as you can so that everybody can be in that nice and beautiful talk. And that's it. I understand, although if somebody asks me a question, I understand Gary Vaynerchuk directly speaks to her. I understand? But when he speaks to her, I realize he never involves me in that conversation. I understand? That's how it is. I realize, although, that I understand how to involve myself with that. I understand that when he's giving her the answer, he's actually talking to me as well. But he feels in his head that he's just talking to her, though. I understand, although, that when I answer her question, I never just look at her, I look at everybody and answer her question. If you raise your hand and you ask me a question, I'm going to reply to everybody here and never just you. Understand? Because I involve the whole lot. I involve everybody in that seminar. But if I'm just talking to you and 10,000 people watching me, unfortunately my world feels so small that I'm just replying to you because that's all I see. Understand? But when I answer your question, what question do you have? What type of business can you make out of spinach? Guess what, guys? You must understand that this is a beautiful question because a spinach business is a Jesus Christ business. If you want anything in life, then search the answers every single day in Jesus Christ, and that's all the spinach you need. That's it. That's your answer. That's the best business of spinach, isn't it? In a sense, to make sure, you understand, I involve everybody and I never just talk to her. But if she asks me that question and she says that question, and I say, you, this is Gary Vaynerchuk, you have to go to Jesus Christ. And then you have to also understand Jesus Christ is going to talk to you to understand business with him. Then you have to talk to him. You have to understand him. Guess what? He's talking straight to her. Understand? There's a big difference, isn't it? He's just looking at her when he replies. But when you reply to the whole broad aspect, then you can say, hey guys, business of spinach is Jesus Christ. You guys understand me? That's different, isn't it? Because now, you're looking at everybody. I mean, there's a big difference. I mean, so make sure you understand to talk broadly and talk indirectly. So that's indirect. So when I talk to everybody at one time, that's indirect. Because I'm never specifically talking to you, I'm talking to the whole lot at one time. So everything for everybody. I mean, when I give information, I give everything of information for everybody. But when you speak directly to someone, then you're just giving information just for that individual. I mean, that's it. I mean, yes, you solve the question for her or him. But speak to everybody and solve everybody's question of that question. So if they ask you, what's the business with spinach? I mean, give them the whole freaking answer. That Jesus Christ is the whole answer with this question for everybody. I understand, because now we're involving everybody in the question of how to solve that question. I mean, but when you say to her, I mean, you must yourself follow Jesus Christ. I mean, how about these other people, man? I mean, how about the other people in the seminar? I mean, there's a big difference. I mean, when you're just speaking to her, I mean, yes, that's what you believe. I understand that's what you believe. But guess what? I mean, they maybe believe something different. I mean, they maybe just hear what you're saying to her and never to them. I mean, if I say it to her and never to them, then they're going to never even hear me. I mean, they're never even going to recognize what I said. I mean, you understand? I mean, yes, they can hear it, but they never recognize that I told them that. I mean, they never recognize that I was showing them that. I mean, they recognize that I was showing somebody else and I was telling somebody else. But that's also like telling me as well. I understand that. But still, I mean, try to involve everybody. I mean, there's a big difference. So when you understand that no matter what you're doing daily must be business. I realize you must have a business in daily life. I realize you must understand every single day I have a business to wake up, and to understand that no matter what, I'll have to be communicating all day long, and to understand that no matter what, I have to go and do the best job. I have to do the best job all the time. But understand that no matter what, that the more you speak in front of people, the more you can do it. Approach, it's very easy to do once you understand how to do it yourself. Approach, now what can you do today yourself? I mean, what can you do yourself? I mean, go and teach people on a microphone. I mean, it's so simple. I mean, anything that you can do today, or anything that you love to do, you can teach on a microphone as well, right now. And you never have to wait for yourself. I mean, make sure you understand that whatever's very important to you is growing right now. I made $15 today in just nice and beautiful Thanksgiving today of Jesus Christ Easter. I mean, today's Easter too. I mean, tomorrow's Easter. I mean, the day after is Easter and Christmas. I mean, every single day is Christmas. I mean, every single day is Christmas and Easter. I mean, every single day you must understand that no matter how much you make, I mean, I made more than the $15 today. I mean, do you understand that? I made more than $15. But because somebody wants to be generous to me, I mean, I accept it. I accept the generosity, always. I agree with that. I realize if you want to give me something, I agree with it. I realize if you never want something that I give you, I agree with that. I agree with you totally. I agree that you just want to walk away from me. I understand that what's important is understand that sometimes a woman is so much into her man that she wants to be with just her man. And even if Jesus Christ is speaking right here and she's with her man, I mean, she'll never pick up Jesus Christ's business card because you can see it. I mean, she would rather go with that man over there than pick up my business card. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But I understand, I agree with her. I agree. I understand either way, you must understand that everybody has a certain amount of awareness every single day. So what you need to understand is focus on understanding that no matter what, that you have to level up. And you have to be quick about what you're speaking about daily. So I understand that sometimes I may do some Serbian videos around here, and I may also do some Serbian content in front of people. But what's amazing is I'm producing much more regardless. So I'm always understanding how to talk better in all languages. I'm understanding that I have to go and pronounce to learn much more in all areas, because I understand that what's important is understanding how to love yourself. I understand when you love yourself so much, and then you can focus on loving yourself and doing your seminars double the time and triple the time, and try to understand every single day to do as much as you can. So I understand that eventually, I understand that 3 hours now is just easy to do in front of people. Apparently it's very easy because I understand how to talk for 3 hour amount of time. I've been doing it over and over again. I mean, guess what? I mean, the next level is 4 hours, and try to do 4 hours a time in front of people. I mean, that's 4 hours of standing around. I mean, that's 4 hours of no eating and drinking. but it's actually eating and drinking. I promise you, I'm still eating and drinking right now. I feel much more fulfillment without food and drink. I feel much more fulfilled in terms of I have much more fulfillment with talking about everything that I do, talk about. But I understand that real food and drink is the wisdom of God. I mean, so anything I'm speaking in terms of my words today is the wisdom of God. I mean, you must never go against the words I speak. I mean, you must understand how to agree. I mean, you must understand to agree with what's happening physically around the world. I mean, never ever go against what people are doing physically as well. So if somebody places their portable speaker over here, I mean, never ever try to touch their technology to put it over here though. Obviously now, that means it's a disagreement with what's happening. So if you try to do something to me, then it's because you disagree with me. I mean, if you try to steal my technology when you're showing me that, then guess what? I mean, if you try to steal my technology from me, then you're showing me that you have a disagreement in your heart with me. I mean, you're showing me right now that anybody who may try to steal from you is showing you right away that they never want to be just like you, but they want to go the other direction, which is never Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so those are the individuals of the 15-year young individuals over there and the teenagers who want to steal people's stuff. So if you go against the 10 commandments of God that says thou shalt not steal, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, thou shalt never steal. So if you see a teenager trying to grab your content, I mean, that individual is going against Jesus. I mean, do you understand? So that's what I felt right now, just recently. I understand that. I understand, although, guess what? I promise you that's the way it is. I promise you, although everything is the word I, and then understand it gives me adrenaline. I mean, understand? I mean, imagine somebody going to Jesus Christ's mother, trying to kill her in front of Jesus Christ. But that never did happen in the Bible. I mean, guess what Jesus Christ is going to feel in this moment? I mean, adrenaline. I mean, guess what? I mean, Jesus Christ may feel something here. I mean, understand? I mean, do you understand? So that's how I feel. I mean, I feel that if you try to steal my content that is in my phone now, and you try to run out with my phone while my content is my phone that I just did create now, I realize it's like going to Mary and Jesus Christ's mother and trying to stab her in front of Jesus Christ. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, never try to take away from me. I mean, that's my everything, man. I gave you my everything. I mean, that's it. I mean, understand? But guess what? Approach now, when they went and did take Jesus Christ to the cross, approach the Bible is done from that point. Approach Jesus Christ said so already. Or Jesus Christ said to the people that they're going to come for me, and that one of you is going to betray me. And he said to the disciples, I mean, and that's what happened, or that's what did happen. I mean, so that is also another way of saying that what you say happens in life. So if you say something in life that you want, unfortunately it does happen. I mean, so make sure you understand every single day that what you want out of life is what you say. And exactly as Jesus Christ's story is what Jesus Christ said so. I mean, that's the way he wants it to happen. I mean, it's a beautiful story. I mean, it's a tragic story and a beautiful one at the same time. I mean, so make sure you understand that everything is good, as God said. But I understand that no matter what, that everything is the word I. I mean, if I have to sum up this whole world's information, it's the word I. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you understand now that I'm always performing in front of people around the world now. I mean, everybody from the past and all those girlfriends I had, I mean, they're all gone with other guys now. I mean, some of them are getting into marriages, but other ones are really losing in life. I mean, do you understand? I mean, other ones already have a kid. I'm pretty sure other ones have a kid already. I'm pretty sure other ones hate me. I'm pretty sure other ones do love me, but they're searching for me. I mean, other ones never want to be with me. I mean, understand? I mean, those guys, I mean, all of them hate me. I mean, they all hate me. I mean, the women, though, I'm pretty sure 1% of them do love me. I understand, but guess what? I approach now every single day that when you understand, I never need them. I never need them in my life. But what's important is life goes on. I mean, understand? But they are never watching me right now. I mean, they are never watching me right now. I mean, guess what? I mean, they're watching me online, though. I mean, they're watching me going around the world online. But they're never in my face. I mean, they're never to meet this Danny Milivojevic now. I mean, they met the teenager, Danny Milivojevic. I mean, that individual is a rat in some cases. I understand, I was never even quite like this before. I understand that now I'm just much more developing myself, but they're never here to see that. I mean, they're never here to see how I do this live. I understand, but either way, or else that they can see how I'm doing it online though. I mean, that's exactly how it is. I promise you all though, that what's amazing is life, isn't it? First now, you're going to find yourself going astray somewhere, and then something's going to happen. Somebody's going to give you an audio book, or somebody's going to give you Jesus Christ Bible, or somebody's going to give you one freaking idea, and that's going to change your life. I promise you. I promise you, although that road is anywhere where there's no people that you grew up with. I promise you, that's the best road. I mean, go away from people that you recognize is the best road. I mean, do you understand? So if you're around those people, and if you're around DJs, for example, or anybody who's doing drugs around you, and they're famous, but you understand that you do admire their music or their fame, I mean, you can be around them, and you can just act like you're drinking or whatever, but sooner or later, you have to go yourself, and you have to go your own road. I mean, do you understand? I mean, understand that they are already jealous of you if you're sober and they're drinking. I mean, they are already drugged they're already in terms of life in a drug occasion while you're trying to be sober. So get around people anyway, around people who are sober famous, instead of people who are doing drugs and ice in front of you and they're famous. I mean, understand? Because yes, I understand, I admire them, I love everything, but I never hate drugs, I never hate anything of this world. I love everything. I understand that everything is the word I, but what's important is understanding how to really speak your mindset in front of people. But when you do that daily, then you understand how it goes. I understand that people will watch you for 3 seconds and then they'll leave you. I understand, but you guys are watching me for 3 hours and more. I mean, there's a big difference over here. So I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, that sometimes people are going to share you around and people are going to go and do whatever they want you to do. I understand, but guess what you do? I mean, you go do something different. I mean, you go and give your words of encouragement. I mean, other people will take a video of you or do a video of you, and guess what? I mean, they're just trying to show you around. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that what's important is understanding every single day that the better you speak in your communicational skills, the more professional you are. So I understand how my kids are watching me growing up. I mean, or as my babies are watching Danny Milivojevic in terms of the word I growing up. I mean, in a sense, so I'm understanding either way that as they grow up, then what happens is they're going to be this because I'm going to teach them. I'm teaching them already every single day. So no matter what, or else that's all your babies who are watching me. I mean, your little kids are watching me. I mean, in a sense, so they all want to be me in life, but I want to be Jesus Christ. I mean, I want to be Jesus Christ. So do what I do. I mean, do what I do, and you'll be much more like Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, in a sense, so if you just be like Jesus Christ more than I, then understand either way you find the word I. I mean, that's the puzzle of life. Approach the best a Rubik's Cube and anything of life is the word I. Approach that's what Jesus wants you to understand. I mean, I respect my father and mother. I mean, I first. I first is so powerful. Approach there's nothing more powerful than the word I syllable. Approach I abbreviation, I quote, iPhone, I Samsung, I love you. I understand. I promise you, it's very powerful in terms of I, never die. I, twinkle, twinkle. I, Australian anthem. I understand every single day. You must understand that when you really, really grow, then you understand the foundational freedom of life. But we're going to understand every single day that I can stand here around 3 hours of nice and beautiful time, and I can be learning on the go every single day in front of people, because Brisbane City, or else it can be any time of night and people are just walking around. I understand, because there is quite a few people here. I understand every single day. I'm understanding that no matter what, that you want to find yourself in front of people, just like this. So that's what you need to do all day long. I mean, you have to understand how to marvel yourself into greatness. I mean, if you love anything of life, then love how to be great too. I mean, you must understand that's the occasion. That's the occasion of your life, which is your life story. And giving it on a camera today, and then understanding how to perform it I mean, what can you perform today? I need you to understand that you have to think for yourself. I mean, you have to stand up on your own toes in front of people and look at me and follow me in terms of follow my word I and follow what I do. Unfortunately, I'm very positive, I'm very enthusiastic every single day. I'm understanding that no matter what, I have music to do now. I have music to do. I'm understanding that no matter what, I have to communicate my music now. So what I do on the way to my accommodation, and where is my accommodation? I is the accommodation. I understand I, in terms of the word I, is the accommodation. I understand I go into my accommodation over there, which is the word I, and then I just go and repeat after I, and I just go understand either way, that I just go and plan my nice and beautiful music. And I see, for example, when I see EQ or something that I've done with my music production in terms of my automations, and I speak over it and I really dwell upon understanding that nice and beautiful phase of music and how it's transitioning. And then I say, I like it, and then it goes and goes and goes. And then if something happens here or there, I understand I can change this sound, I can move it away, I can add a new sound, I can add something different to the nice and beautiful composition. So I understand that music is about composition of melodies, much more than the percussion. So what you need to do around music production is understanding every single day to produce long melodies, like Beethoven does, and like Mozart, because it's much more like melodies, and creating piano melodies much more. So when you can do that for yourself, and then you can extract certain amount of frequencies of what you want and put it into another track if you want, but if you've already done it, then just move on. I understand you never ever try to repeat something that you've done. I mean, try to maybe make a mashup of a different kind if you want, but make sure you understand that if you made a certain melody that's in one music track, then make sure it's just that music track, because that's the value of that music track. So I understand that I have a nice and beautiful, powerful melody in one of my musics, in terms of one of my music tracks, but I'm never ever going to elaborate in terms of make that music track another music track. I mean, but I may show that melody in a set or in a nice and beautiful episode of something. I mean, that's different, isn't it? So what I do is understand that I label my music Who is Afraid of 137, because I understand that what's amazing in terms of life is the word I, as I know the word I only. I understand it either way. I understand that when I say it like that, I promise you I understand because I understand how to grow. I promise you, although that what's important is understand that's a little skip of behavior right here. But I understand either way that I'm never skipping my word I. I promise you now, if you understand how to skip words but never skip your word I, then you can do it if you want. I promise you, if you really want to use the IUQ rule and start with the you in action and finish with the you in action, and then also start with the question and finish with the question, then you can also go back to the I, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, although that you must actually always try to use the I first and also end with the I first in terms of life, so you can understand you end with the I and start with the I. And that's how you communicate with the IUQ rule in between, and then you understand every single day how I did say it in this video already, so you can repeat the video if you never heard it. I promise you now, in life you say it one time and that's it. I mean, never repeat yourself, but repeat yourself differently. I mean, never ever say the same thing twice. I mean, say the same thing as much as you can, that's the word I only. I mean, understand? But never say success and success and success. I mean, say I am success, I am success, I am success. Unfortunately, there's a big difference. Unfortunately, there's a big difference because I first comes into the words. Unfortunately, now when I leap at something or when I've planned my life around whatever I'm doing, I'm understanding I'm very cheerful today. I'm understanding my day is really going better. I'm understanding I did make $15 today. I'm understanding either way I made more than that. I made more than $15. So never ever go and get yourself in confusion about how much money you're making at the 9 to 5. But how much are you speaking those words today? I spoke 3 hours of video content today. I mean, every single day. I mean, for the past 6 days, I've done 21 hours of just public speaking in front of people. So what's amazing is understanding every single day how to speak in front of people. I mean, if you understand that millionaires and billionaires are going to watch me, and they're going to say, hey, I need him at my seminar. I need him to lead. I need him at my show. I need him to come with me. I need him to come follow I around the world so I can go with him somewhere. Otherwise, if they call me to come with them, I just go. Because they're all millionaires who want me to have attraction for myself and they want to promote me. So I have a resume of public speaking and I have a resume of a YouTube account going and I have a beautiful Instagram. So I'm developing that all the time. I'm learning how to grow myself and other people every single day. I'm learning how to really, really pronounce myself into greatness every single day. So I'm focusing on understanding on how to talk to people, but I'll also stand in the way that I'm learning different aspects of life differently all the time. Because what's amazing is the duration of life expectancies right now where you can learn and grow your information. I mean, learn your information clearly and just show people the hand and just say, come and get it. I mean, come and get my business card. So what's amazing every single day is I have 3 business cards on the floor here. But I have another one, I have more in my pocket over here. So once that goes away, then I put the rest of my business cards. So I've learned something here. I've learned that sometimes wind is going to push your business cards. So never place 5,000 business cards on the floor, man. I mean, do you guys get it? I mean, place maybe 7 business cards on the floor. I mean, 7 business cards on the floor, and somebody picks it up and then put another 3, and then put another 2, and then keep shifting those numbers. I mean, keep shifting the numbers in your life. I mean, if numbers are never shifting in your life, then how do you expect to make more money? I mean, your money must go from 1 million to 1,100,000 and then more. And then you must understand how to fluctuate that and grow yourself every single day. So I'm understanding that what's important in your life must be much more, and understanding how to make much more for yourself. I'm understanding that when you're doing this daily and you're focusing on doing something for yourself, and then you're understanding every single day to go and focus on freedom and courage, and then understanding every single day how to talk to yourself and other people in the mirror and of your life, and then understanding every single day that everything is the reflection of the word I, which is the mirror of your life. I mean, you must understand every single day that if you have a mirror in your life, then you have the word I. You have the word I. I mean, make sure every single day that you're never going to confuse yourself, but you're going to make a nice and beautiful seminar around the world sometime, and then understand I deserve it. So understand every single day I'm doing it right now, but I mean something greater. I mean, every single day I'm eventually lifting from this position. So I'm just doing, right now, I'm just doing busking events. But then I'll be doing live events around the world and busking events. I mean, in the sense of what I do is I level up and I start charging you to see me, but also I do free busking events around town if you're just lucky enough to see me busk. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, that if you see around town about what people are really thinking about you, and you're always understanding how to elaborate with them and how to understand to talk to them, then you understand how to sell them on anything that you are. But understand that what's amazing is if you understand my business card, I understand it's very valuable. I promise you, it's something that's really going to motivate you daily. So understand that no matter what, that most people can never even, let's say, read 1 hour. I understand I make 3 hours of content a day. I mean, in a sense, so there's a big difference, isn't there? I promise you, some people struggle to read 20 minutes a day of some video content on YouTube. I make 3 hours a day of content on YouTube. I mean, there's a big difference. So if I can make here 3 hours of content in front of people and talking, I mean, then you have to be reading 3 hours of content every day from me. I mean, I need you to level up your game. I need you to understand that I'm very fast and I'm very appropriate, but I've learned my decision making from myself in terms of my word I, by also following mentors such as Jesus Christ, and also Brian Tracy and Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar and Osho and Dr. Wayne Dyer. And I understand these people and understand their language in front of people and how they orchestrate their lives around certain aspects. But then I just do better and better and better as well. I'm understanding I'm doing better than this whole planet, and that's it. I understand that's how I want to be. I want to be all the time. So I'm doing whatever it takes that I be successful. I realize that I be successful in terms of that I do whatever it takes to make sure that I be successful. I make sure every single day that I understand I want to make my voice heard in different ways. So I want to be making new content around the world. I have nothing else to do, man, other than this. I mean, I have no woman to have sex with. I have no kids to feed. I have no biological father around me to take care of. I mean, I realize now, guess what? I understand my biological father is still here. I can take care of him. I can take care of everybody around me right now. I'm taking care of everybody right now. I'm showing them everything in terms of my information. I'm trying my best to take care of people. I mean, in a sense of what's amazing is eventually those people that you really do love are going to leave you. But I understand I already have the memories. I understand every single day, make sure you treasure those people who do love you. Because you must treasure what is to be much more. I mean, you must understand every single day to understand that no matter what, that eventually you're going to find yourself alone. I mean, you may be in a nursing home somewhere. I mean, you're going to find yourself alone, I promise you. But I understand that what's important is understanding how to be famous while you're alone. I mean, understand? I mean, never just be in a nursing home while, you understand? I mean, be famous while everybody understands all over the world that you're in this nursing home. I mean, everybody can see you on Twitter and you can make a post online saying that you're good and you're good today. I mean, you're having this today for lunch, but then you make 50 million followers on that day. I mean, you get 50 million likes because you post one post on Twitter or social media because people are following you, because you're famous. I mean, that makes you feel good. I mean, it's different than when you're in a nursing home and you post one post on Facebook and you get one like instead of 50 million. I mean, of course, it's much better to have 50 million followers than one follower. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand to have more likes and more followers throughout your lifetime and try to live up to that occasion. I mean, try to do whatever it takes to get one more follower and to get one more and one more and one more. I mean, in a sense, so as I speak over here, I mean, time's flying. I mean, time's going really quickly. But I understand I'm living life on the edge. I'm living life the best I can. I mean, understand? So what I do is I'm trying to always understand how to sell my products, which is for free. I'm trying to sell it for free as much as I can, and I'm trying to get a greater attitude in the process of doing so. I understand if you think you know how to sell your products, then why am I doing it for free over here? I mean, why aren't you doing busking performances for free? I mean, that's a big difference, isn't it? Now, you must understand that why I do this for free is because I look at certain people and I look at certain reactions and I say, pick it up in a way that I show them with my hands. I say, hey, I mean, come and get it. I mean, understand? But then I understand that they may talk to me as well. And then I talk to them and I sell them on the business card. I say, come and grab it. I mean, come and grab it. I understand that I have something to give you every single day. But I understand that some people never want it. But I agree with that. I agree with that. So every single day, some people do show you how to sell it, and other people never want it because they're just never curious about you. That's it. I agree with that. I agree if you're never curious about me. I agree with it. I mean, just be curious about Jesus Christ. I agree with you if you're never curious about Jesus Christ either. I mean, you're a very smart individual if you're never curious about Jesus Christ. I mean, understand? I mean, you guys are very smart if you never follow Jesus Christ. I mean, understand? I mean, I'm following Jesus Christ now. I'm following Jesus Christ. But you guys are very smart for never following Jesus Christ, is what I'm saying. I'm following Jesus Christ though. I mean, that's just a smart ass, isn't it? I say follow Jesus Christ. I mean, if you never want to follow Jesus Christ, then you're very smart about it, mate. I mean, understand? I never call you a loser. I mean, understand? I just want to be a smart individual. I mean, you're very positive for never following Jesus Christ. I mean, that's a very positive scenario. I mean, the world is good when you never follow Jesus Christ. I mean, understand? I mean, why is that? Because that's just reverse psychology. I mean, I'm being a smart ass about that. I mean, just figure out yourself. I mean, understand? I mean, if you think you're so good without Jesus Christ, I believe you're very good. I believe you're very good, mate. I mean, go ahead. I mean, go walk away from everything in life. I mean, that's your life. I mean, understand? I mean, I'm following Jesus Christ though. I'm on the Jesus Christ train. I mean, do you understand? I mean, make sure you understand that if you want to open up every single day, I mean, make sure that no matter what, that you never ever go walking alone at night time anywhere. I mean, make sure you make that your rule. Because I see plenty of people walking around in the night time. I mean, and guess what? I understand usually from this point of view, I'm here doing a busking performance. I'm here for a purpose. I never go walking around at night time, I promise you. I never go doing anything at night time other than something that's personal growth and freedom. So I'm understanding every single day, I'm learning how to grow myself all the time. So I'm focusing on understanding that sometimes that when you really, really find something to do every single day, focus on doing something on a video content like this, but I understand that no matter what I do, I'm just doing this today because I understand that what's important for myself personally is this video I've done today at night time. I've done this at night time, so I understand the value of this video. I understand that's why I came here. I came here around 5:30, but it's already night time at 5:30 p.m. Brisbane. I understand although that what's important is understanding yourself that You never ever want to be roaming the nights just like this, man. I mean, never ever go roaming the nights for nothing. I understand, go and do it for something. I understand, I have something to do here. I have something to do here. But never just go sitting about somewhere with Aboriginal people in a corner somewhere doing drugs at night time or going in a nightclub at night time, man. Understand? Forget nightclubs. If you have a DJ session at the nightclub and you're a DJ playing your music because you have a great legacy, that's different, man. I'm a music producer. I can't go to the nightclub and I can't pump my music because I make music. I can go to the nightclub now to listen to just my music. Understand? I can go to festivals because I'm the DJ at the festival. How about you? Do you go festivals to... do you do those hacking machines? Do you start hacking like those drug addicts do? Do you do that? I never do that, man. I understand how they are with the bum bags, man. They go to DEF CON and all this, but thousands of them are on the floor while the DJ is the king or the queen on the stage that everybody's watching. Never ever be the crowd in the festival. Be the DJ. Never ever be the crowd in the nightclub. Be the DJ in a nightclub. I promise you, it's so much better. But if you're somebody who's working in a nightclub, such as, let's say, you're doing the design or the light show, that's different at festivals and all that. That's excellent. If you love to do that, and you love to change the scenarios and all that, then do it. Then you have a purpose to go to the festival. But if you just want to go listen to music with all the crowd at the festival, I want you to understand something. There's something better than that you can do. There's something better that you can do. Why not be the DJ or the singer on the stage? Why do you have to watch them live their legacy? Why not watch your legacy unfold in front of all the people watching you? That's different, isn't it? That's a different reverse psychology over here. I understand Armin van Buuren said, I never ever want to be in a crowd watching somebody else. But I understand he does watch something else. But he never does it personally every freaking weekend. He never goes every freaking weekend to a nightclub. He goes to a nightclub to produce music and to play his music. And I realize he's never in the nightclub giving $30 or $40 or $500 entry to watch somebody. Somebody may, let's say Armin van Buuren may come to Sydney, Australia at the Marquee on first week, but then I come on the second week, and then Vinny Vici comes on the third week, and then Marlo comes on the fourth week. And now you're the one who's watching all of us. You're the one in the crowd who's watching all of us. We're the DJs, man. We are popular, but you, we have yet to hear about you. So that's the difference. Other people are always at the Marquee in Sydney, man. Every single week. They're regulars at the nightclub. Never be regular at one nightclub. Go around the world traveling out all the nightclubs, DJing. Isn't that better? Because you're famous. Be famous in the nightclub. That's what I'm saying. Be famous at the festival. Be in recognition. Understand the Chelsea manager over there in terms of the people who own the Chelsea over there. Understand that guy? I can recognize him. I can see he's famous because he's always at the skyline over there. I forgot his name. I understand I can recognize him though. I can say when I see him, I can say that he does own Chelsea. And so I can say he owns that Chelsea factory because he's always at the Chelsea games. I see, for example, Steven Gerrard, for example. I have to get his name, so I have to find out his name because he's important. I realize everybody's important. I understand, although every single day, that you must understand, Steven Gerrard is a Liverpool captain of Liverpool back in the days. Now, you have to understand that he's the most famous there. People come to watch him much more than anybody else because he's the most famous. Be the must-see show. Sell out arenas. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, when he's at the WrestleMania, everybody's coming to watch him because he's the most famous. Understand? That's how it is. So what you do in life is you become famous. You become famous as quickly as possible. Never ever wait for your friends to get famous. Never wait for that ex-girlfriend of yours or ex-boyfriend of yours to get back with you so that you can become famous. Never wait for your ex-girlfriends and ex-boyfriends because they're having sex with other guys and women. Understand? I have this woman who's having sex with another guy for 4 years now. She never wants me though. She never gets me in life. I promise you. I make sure of it. I understand? I mean, why? I mean, here I am. I mean, she's never supported me. I mean, tonight she's having sex with somebody else, man. I mean, I never wanted her in my life. I mean, do you understand? I promise you, that's how it is. I promise you now, I love everything. I love everything. But, I mean, now, since I have everything and much more, and I'm much more successful now, I can travel the world, but your boyfriend is working a 9-to-5 job and he makes $8 per hour, and now you want me because I make $1 million per hour, but you never did want me 4 years ago because I was making $8 an hour like your boyfriend. I mean, no. I mean, you're never going to get me now. I mean, in a sense, so that's how it is. I promise you. I'd rather go single for the rest of my life than be with her. I promise you, that's it. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, I understand that I do love her. I love everybody. I love everybody equally. I promise you, although, that she's just never showing me love. I understand? I mean, she's showing me love in a way that she does love me to never kill me, but I understand I never want her because that's how it is. I understand I never want her anymore. I understand I grew up very fat, but she never wants a fat soul. But now she never gets a millionaire. I mean, she never gets a millionaire. I mean, she never did want a fat soul. I mean, now she never gets a millionaire and a billionaire who's much more famous than all her friends and all her family members and all of the crowd that she's ever seen in her life. And all the famous people that she's seen, I'm more famous than them too. I'm pretty sure she'll never get me. I mean, understand? So that's karma's a bitch. I'm pretty sure that's it. Now, for eternity, she's going to recognize me with Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ is going to tell her, hey, I mean, this boy over here done more work than you did in this lifetime, and you never did want him. I mean, understand? I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, Jesus Christ is going to say, hey, this man, Danny Milivojevic, is working more than all of you over here. I'm pretty sure that's the truth. I mean, none of you ladies did want Danny Milivojevic, but he's working more than all of you. I mean, understand? So that's it. Now, every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm loving my life, I'm in freedom, but Jesus, every time, God will always expose the truth of exactly what you're good at and what you are yet to fulfill in your life. But then Jesus Christ fulfills you, I promise you. I promise you, Jesus Christ gives you everything. I mean, as Jesus Christ says in the Bible, I mean, he says, I will fulfill you until your cup overflows. I mean, in a sense, so that's how it is every single day. So you're always focusing on a nice and beautiful way for yourself, and you're focusing on high regard to be the best version of yourself daily, because that's what I believe in. I believe in the best version of everybody. So I'm understanding I'm always eating healthier. I'm always understanding that you're welcome. I'm understanding that no matter what, I always have to do greater. I'm understanding every single day I'm focusing on something much more. I'm focusing on a greater life for myself. I'm understanding it's so important to be in front of people today. I mean, what am I doing today? I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking something that's going to set you free. I'm understanding I'm just here. I'm just talking, because what else do I have to do? I mean, understand? But there's so much more I have to do. I mean, there's still music production. I mean, I still want to go around the world, and I still have another 30 years and 40 years to go around the world and just do music production everywhere. I mean, for my whole life, I can do music production. So that's the excellent part of my radio shows and everything I have, but I have to start somewhere. I did start music production 6 years ago at 2014, which is 7 years ago, and it's 2021 now. I mean, 7 years ago, but 4 of those years has been a waste of space in terms of no music production. I mean, in a sense, so I did come back to music production after 7 years. So what's important is understanding that I'm just very nice. I'm just making sure that either way, that you guys are a thumbs up. I mean, understand? I mean, everybody's different. I mean, somebody may point something else, but I point something else too. I brush now every single day. I'm focusing on understanding that whatever is important for your life is understanding every single day. Focus on understanding that no matter what, I'm always loving life, but focus on lifting yourself. I mean, lift yourself and other people, and then be able to concentrate on what's happening around the world while you're speaking, because if you understand every single day, then you're going to give people ideas, and then you're going to be recognition, and then you're going to understand every single day. You know the word I, because that's all that you have to understand, which is, I understand it's the word I.